All right, Sal. So you see us. You see the map. We're good to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
All right, sweet.
They want to lie. So just be like, we did it.
This is the Argenvox homepage, right?
Yeah.
Make it so we don't hear it going over or something. I just want to make sure the volume's good because I had to do a weird thing.
All right. I will read the recap from last time.
Just want to make sure it's
You good, Adam?
yeah,
Okay.
should be good.
All right. So last session 63, April 13th. I called it Kids These Days. And the subtitle is We're Gonna Let It Burn, 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 Burn. The mysterious mirror in the Burgermaster's mansion seemed too vile for the group to mess around with, so they decided to inspect the flashing lights above the master bedroom. Thornton cast Divine Sense, but didn't detect any undead in the vicinity, but not before he took the opportunity to relieve himself in the Burgermaster's stall. Deckard popped the attic open smoothly and silently, revealing a ladder up into an attic. However, being the sole human in the group, he couldn't see in the thick darkness, so Ragnar inspected first. He discovered an empty room with a lantern and a set of doors. He also noticed some faint footsteps in the dust, which he believed were made recently. Someone was most assuredly up there. They all went up into the small attic room, remaining silent until they could figure out who made the footprints. Unsure of the closed doorway leading out of this room and what might be waiting on the other side, Spargle brought his old friend Stinkbag out. However, he didn't look the same as he did back in Faerun. He was just as decayed and morbid looking as Thoradin's war ram. But the wizard's familiar scouted out a bit of the next room, which seemed full of junk but nothing threatening. So Ragnar opened the door and found it to be a large attic full of garbage. Juniper lit the lantern and handed it to Deckard. "Thank you, little lady." Ragnar found a clear path through the garbage and tracked the footprints in that direction. It quickly led to a doorway at the far end of the attic. A giant skull was carved into the door, and a sign hung from the doorknob that read, "All is not well," in big bold letters. Thoradin charged headfirst into the door without warning, smashing it off its hinges. Dust and debris shot everywhere. Immediately, the skull on the door glowed a bright white blue as lightning arced throughout the room. Juniper, Thoradin, and Ragnar took its brunt, and little Spargle also received a good jolt. But the door was now open. Thoradin shook off the electrical blast and entered. He immediately saw a very curious room, with skeletal cats slinking about, a chest, some arcane equipment, and 3 small children standing silently in the corner, their backs to the door. Thoradin promptly closed the door to this nightmare zone and turned around ready to leave. Juniper was curious, though, and peeked into the room. To safely get a better look at the children, she summoned the illusion of a mirror right in front of them. They did not react to this, and as she peered closer, the fuzzy gnome realized they were mannequins dressed up in fancy clothes. The cats didn't seem to mind the party. Ragnar tried to feed one, which seemed uninterested. Juniper used her talents with nature to speak with these creatures. She asked one specifically, "Is there someone here, a master perhaps?" It didn't respond, but it crawled across the top of a table and stared directly at a blank wall on the far side of the room, flicking its bony tail. Ragnar moved over towards the spot and suddenly heard a shuffling of feet and stumbling over furniture as a young man appeared out of nowhere. He immediately protested to the group. "Get out of here! Leave me and my cats alone! I know who you are! Get out of my house! You murdered my parents!" "Hey kid, we murdered a lot of people. You're going to have to be more specific," replied Thoradin. The young man replied, "My dad was the Baron." "Oh, we didn't kill your parents. I did," Deckard coolly stated. Ragnar tried to calm the boy down, but the angsty son of the Baron commanded his cats to attack the party as a fierce battle ensued. Deckard's crossbow dug deep into the kid's shoulder while cats started hissing and lunging at the group. The blood hunter dashed forward and slashed the young mage with his silver dagger. The man leaned back and cast a powerful spell. The entire room filled with icy hail and frozen rocks, blasted some of them, and left the ground slippery. Spargle told the kid they would leave peacefully if he would stand down, to which he did agree, so they started to go. Juniper summoned her healing squirrel to patch the boy up a bit as an additional act of peace. He looked at it strangely but didn't offer any thanks. Ragnar tried to impress the Baron's son by bragging about their accomplishments at Argynvostholt and defeating Babala Saga. This also didn't change the boy's demeanor, who continued to watch the others leave the room. Deckard picked up a bolt and threatened the kid again. His eyes narrowed and he smirked and started casting a spell. Spargle knew this was a fireball and muttered a counterspell. The flaming molten rock that was beginning to form turned into a small pebble and plinked to the ground. I think this is what you meant to do, Spargo yelled as he cast his fireball,
Nice.
which the baronet immediately dispelled right back with a snap of his fingers. Suspecting this kid was something inhuman, perhaps a vampire or other undead, Thoradin used the holy symbol of Ravenkind to bathe the room with intense bright light. While this caused the young man to squint and stammer in protest, it had no other effect. Juniper summoned a fire elemental, which slammed the mage with its massive flaming fists, spinning him around and catching his robes on fire. The Baron's son yelled in pain, but didn't seem so smug anymore. Ragnar loaded his crossbow in a rare move and launched a couple bolts at the mage, but he deflected them with a magic shield. Suddenly, Deckard growled, "You son of a bitch, you should have let us walk away when you had the chance. Now I'm going to bring the wood." As he transformed into a werewolf. Lunging forward in attack, Deckard's werewolf claws kicked a rug back on the floor, exposing some strange etched symbols. He drew back and slashed deep into the mage, ripping his chest open. Contemplating the man's heart now in his hand, Deckard turned and tossed it to Thoradin, who caught it in a hat, the same one that he had borrowed from Deckard.
I love
I
that.
forgot about this.
They inspected the strange circle on the ground but couldn't make anything of it. The rest of the room was filled with arcane appointments, tools, and notes. However, most valuable of all was a large spellbook with many spells, previously owned by a Victor Velakovich, the now deceased mage who laid at their feet. They grabbed the book and a nice set of kids' clothes for Spargle and Juniper. Outside, the fires raged as the townspeople of Vallaki gave up fighting the blaze and started to flee the ravaged city. The party decided to let the town burn to the ground and attempt to escape themselves. Deckard suggested they head to the windmill, maybe to retrieve Blackwing's bones or get some revenge against those creepy old ladies. A mob of people were crowding the streets and gates, so Juniper cast Spider Climb on a few of them, and the smaller people climbed up on others' backs as they quickly scaled the wall and scrambled away from Vallaki. They checked to see where Van Richten and the wagon were, but he was gone, seemingly headed somewhere to the west. They navigated the dark woods between Vallaki and the old windmill, getting there in pretty good time. Juniper led the way and found a great clearing for them to take a long rest. Spargo cast a protective magical dome around the camp, and they were all able to sleep soundly and safely. On the horizon, the glow of Vallaki burning was accompanied by thick clouds of smoke filling the sky. The town would be ash, the people likely fleeing to the village of Barovia or into the woods for refuge. Now mid-morning, the group slowly approached the windmill from the back. There was still a big hole in the third floor where Spargo had launched a fireball a few weeks prior, and they noticed some shadowy movement inside. They also discovered a strange set of old stones, particularly arranged behind the windmill. As they approached the strange stones, faint cackling laughter emanated from inside the mill.
Now I know it hasn't been that much time. When we were at the mill, what level were we originally? Not that we had a whole lot of battle. Yeah, what was level 9 or are we 10? We're 10 now.
Yeah, you're 10 now. Crocus, what was your max level? Do you remember what level you were when you bid it?
We're like,
4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean,
what's
we were
your-
like pretty fresh out of Phandelver.
I think I'm feeling a little more confident about this windmill.
Also, how many days have passed since I used this? Because I know this charges overnight.
So it was the previous evening, and then you guys fled out of there, and you got a long rest, and it's about 9 in the morning now. So
Okay.
if it's over
one
overnight,
charge,
I was just gonna say you have a bunch of charges.
yeah, I think there's 10 charges on it. I don't have it in front of me. I don't think because it's like it's a custom item that I made.
oh, it's not on your sheet.
Um, it is, but the description of like what it does, like I put that in
for here.
and I don't see it.
Would you be able to click on his
Or are you streaming
and
this?
find out?
Can I do that? Displaying our Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should be able to.
I need to mute sound. I can hear it from here.
You want me to go up and watch the stream?
I have it up right now.
Do you? We're making sure
I
we
can
get
check
Sal
it
coming through.
Right, because he's coming through.
Sal, can you
Yo,
give us
what's
some
going on?
tests? Yeah, you got to talk like give us Ragnar's best one-liner.
Thoradin, stop licking the walls, you dummy.
I don't know if I hear it.
Doesn't show charges on us though.
Give us
10 charges.
That's Twitch.
10 charges,
It's good.
and you did sunlight, right?
Yeah,
Alright,
something.
So that's 5 charges. You have 5 charges.
You know, I'm just.
Yeah, but you got it back because of you had a long rest.
Okay,
Well, no, I take it
I
back.
just
You
have to
can
roll for it.
roll 1d6 plus 4 though. I
Okay,
mean,
so as long,
it's automatic.
yeah, so it's recharged.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not on here because it's like really long. It's like 3.
I didn't know you could even do that.
I don't even know what dice I need. I'm so used to just like clicking things on the thing. I don't even remember what.
Yes, we were just doing a sound check. That's all. We're just doing a sound check. You're good.
All right. So, you guys are about 20 yards away from this circle of stones. There's like 4 of them. And they're about the size of a person, short person, about this big around, just sticking in the ground. You also notice as you're coming out of the woods, something you maybe didn't notice the last time you were here, is that all the grass in this area is dead. I mean, it's burrowed
all around the windmill.
all around the windmill. Pretty good radius, like everywhere from the tree edge all the way up to the windmill. It's just dead grass.
And we can see the charred portion of the windmill, right? In the second floor.
Yeah, you can tell that there's like structural damage on the 3rd floor. It's not really smoldering anymore because it's been a couple weeks,
Yeah.
so they put it out.
So okay, okay. So there's these circular or these stones there's 4 of them, and they're in a circular shape, kind of.
Yeah, probably about as big around as we're sitting right here. Maybe like a 8-foot radius in the middle or diameter in the middle.
And we're pretty sure they weren't there before.
Well, you never saw this. Is now you're coming from the back of the windmill,
Yeah.
so you guys never.
They could have been there still, and we okay.
We went up the front
Yeah.
and had
Yeah.
The front
then
door.
we ran out the front and then
Yeah, so you guys are actually further back than this map goes right now, kind of into this dead grass. This is the front door of the windmill that you guys blasted open before. So yeah, the rocks. Oh, did you make that mini?
And he painted it too. It's amazing.
Yeah, that looks better than the pre-painted ones that
Yeah.
Forge would sell you.
Yeah.
Like way better.
That's so good.
Thanks, man.
So we're around the windmill, right? So
Yeah, you're probably about
100 feet.
100 feet away from the windmill. I'd say about 75, 80 feet back is these set of stones.
We should.
Should we skulk up there and see if we can get a sense of what's going on in that windmill?
it feels very grim being over here. It's only been a couple of weeks. Has it been 2-3 weeks? You said.
Yep, I think it's been 2.5 weeks.
Do we think are we just gonna go right in there, charge in, and start swinging, or are we gonna? What's our game plan?
Well, should we make sure there aren't any kids in there we're gonna murder?
Oh, God.
Sparkle just kind of gets quiet.
Well, I mean, remember she walked away with that girl from the square fighting Izak. But there's more kids in there.
Sparkle probably wants
Right.
more cake.
The one whose dad sold her.
No, well, yeah, they
They
that's
sold her.
Yep.
right. Couldn't stop her.
Do you guys want me to knock on the door? They've never seen me.
That's actually very true.
It is
that.
That's
I think that's a fantastic.
they have seen a dwarf though, so
Yeah, but we don't look alike. You're always taking your dwarf penis out.
oh.
Yeah, what if we, Ragnar, what if you went up and acted like you were, you knew us and that you were an enemy of us and you were looking for information?
I think I'll pretend to be a mercenary working for Lady Wachter, and I'll ask about you guys if they know where you've been.
But you shouldn't travel alone. Why don't you take Junie with you? She's never seen her before. Right, little Junie?
Jennifer's little mustache twitches nervously.
Yeah, but these witches, don't they know that there's like little gnome ladies running around in the
Yeah,
woods?
do they know there are little gnome ladies running around?
But they
Maybe
know that they're little gnome ladies.
maybe you could turn into like a gorilla or something.
I'm sure that would be way less threatening.
What if you were a mercenary?
Curse's scrapbook.
What if I turned myself into like a little monkey, like
Something that would
like
Like
Ooh.
Lindsay has?
A monkey would be good.
Yeah, that way if they try to do something to me.
Oh,
you can do some magical things and get us out of it.
Yeah.
Second in the park.
In the last.
What does the grass taste like?
It's really dry,
It's
but it tastes like grass. I won't even make you make a
There's
constitution.
some nutrients in there.
Yeah,
Gain
alright.
1 hit point.
I have resilience.
I mean, Jennifer could ask the plants what happened in this area. I just don't know. I don't know how many spell slots I have left right now.
I think we
Beautiful.
just
We got
yeah.
good.
So you should be good.
I'm not against
Thank
it.
God we got.
I know, but if
rest.
we have to do combat, I don't know how many spell slots I'm going to need for that.
Tough broads.
What are you thinking of?
I am of the, and I feel like I do this as a player. I preserve stuff way too much because something's coming up,
Trying to do too, but
and I never use my stuff.
I burn through shit. I'm the opposite. I burn
That's
through
good, though.
everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we want to do something weird and maybe get their attention, I do still have beans.
What's going on?
I'm chewing nicotine. I wanted me to eat a cookie or a pretzel. I'll love you too.
Ragnar, are you gonna head up there? Juniper, you heading with him?
So
Or you just going alone?
so why don't we have Spargle ready with a fireball, hiding somewhere, and Deckard load your big gun up.
Decker,
You're really trying to trick
Decker
that
takes his
PTSD. huh?
heavy crossbow off his back and
I feel like we should have like different
Axe
angles ready, because they're probably going to try to grab me. I mean, good luck, but
you don't have to ask me twice, Ragnar.
are you thinking of trying to draw them out?
Hey,
yeah, maybe if they come out, or if they'll let me come in, I'll be a man on the inside,
looks at the inside of it. Yes.
I mean,
or
if we
just get them
beans,
talking and blow them up.
How many of those beans do you have?
8.
I'm just kidding, man. You can have that.
Give
Back.
me those beans. No, I'm just kidding.
I put the hat back on Thor.
You
So,
would-
Thorin needs to wear the cowboy
so I
hat.
still have the hat on.
Can you use those beans to bring back all the burning children?
No, but I can plant a bean and he can roll a D100 and we'll see what happens.
That sounds fun.
really fun.
The
Yeah,
D100 is fun.
Yes, any reason to roll a D100, I'm always.
sure.
Do we even have a D100?
Huh?
Does anybody have a
We do.
D100?
You have to combine them, the,
90. I think you do the 90.
these two.
The 100.
Ah, yes. Okay.
You know,
All right. So what are you guys doing?
We want to go with that or we want to do something else?
Yeah.
This would be chaos.
Take
No,
charge.
we should probably be as conservative about this as possible. That's coming from a guy who smashes his head into doors. Because the last time we did this, I think we were a little too crazy.
The last time we did this, we didn't have a mini raid boss on our team, and then we got a Lark now. So,
Yeah, with the blood spear and other legendaries. I don't know.
Ragnar, I want you to roll up there, see if you can't do a little bit subterfuge. I can't believe I know that word.
Don't ask me how to spell it. There's
All
a
right.
B in there somewhere.
Does anybody?
Maybe
Maybe up at the top left.
What's that?
I want to
Or
play
is there
that
sleeve anywhere?
character. Doing it.
I didn't
Really, right?
Yeah, they have to be.
How y'all doing down here?
Upstairs.
You guys leave me a
I
donut.
would make the same
You know?
like let's see, 1,
So
Get the
good.
Budweisers and
Three,
shotguns.
4 feet wide. Does that sound right? Or
You know,
I think these are fine.
you think they're fibers?
I do, because just look at those. How this wouldn't be.
You're right. A door frame.
I love these guys.
10
So
feet.
many.
Big scale.
Mixed them. I don't even.
Just buy that order.
How many D20s do you roll?
1.
I just like it for switching up bad luck.
Yeah,
And I
they're
have
fine.
no idea what other dice I need. I need 6s.
I went. That's I
7,
actually did that.
8.
I know exactly.
I could also wall the same, basically.
You would think I would know.
I can put up
rolling.
a wall of I could basically wall it in to the point where there's no way out except for way if we all want to just kind of like blast them.
Well, what were we trying to get from
They
them?
can create like a wall of force around it. Or we could use that as a shield too if we wanted to.
So what's the plan with the windmill once again? Like, what are we trying to get
I'm
at?
worried about these.
I'm trying to find Blackwind's body, and
Okay, so if we're trying to find Blackwind's body, then why are we going into the windmill? Why don't we check the grounds?
I think they probably cooked it up. They're probably doing some
Yeah.
weird things with it.
He was smothered very violently in the window.
Also, they'll probably see us. Isn't it broad daylight?
I think they put it in cold.
It's like 9 a.m.
Ragnar, these ladies were.
It was a real weird room.
There were three of them, right? There was three daughters.
Yep, there were three.
Yeah, the two came from upstairs,
Right.
and the main one was downstairs.
And there was some,
They were slinging some spells.
and there was some real weird stuff going on that room. In
Yeah.
the bottom, there was like some weird monsters jumping out of pots and stuff.
And he got
They were
poly-
cooking frogs.
polymorph.
Is there anything we can use to prevent that?
Get turned into a toad, right? Or something.
Frog, yeah.
Frog.
Is that Judy?
Is there anything we can use to prevent magic from being cast on someone, or?
I'm wondering. I mean, I can do some counters, but I don't have a ton.
What did they do at that old tower that made it completely resistant to magic?
Couple of them. Could we not use magic when we were
It
in?
was an anti-magic field.
But they could use it.
What's in that spell book that you got, Spargle?
The other tower, Van Ripton's tower that you guys broke into, had an anti-magic.
So,
Do I have? Can I like? Did I get like with the rest like the book?
Did you study the whole thing, you mean? And
I don't know. I mean, let's be.
no, I think
realistic.
we have to figure that out. I think
Yeah.
that doesn't that take some like dedicated study time?
I would imagine. I don't think so.
protection from energy.
I mean, I would imagine it would. I mean, you have to, right? You're learning spells, right? But you're not sculpting them, right? So it's not as long as like when you're copying or transferring.
Right.
I can look in my thing if I see anything, but I do have actually. I'm efficient with that though because of my. You see here. Oh no, that's just it's for copying. That's half. Never mind.
Deckard looks around at the awkward silence.
No, I wonder if we should.
All right, Ragnar, if you ain't heading to the front door, I'm gonna.
I'll knock on the door if you're all ready.
Let's do it.
Take up position so I don't get dragged in.
Be ready to lie to him.
Is there anything you guys need to do in advance to get ready to
Why?
fly?
I gotta prepare.
Actually, ready my hand crossbow.
I definitely would have my hand on my sword on my back.
Okay, but what are you guys all doing? You stand behind the window?
Can we get like on the side of the window?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna.
want you guys to come up along the side.
Yeah, like
But out of sight, so I'm going to go to the front door, and then like maybe on one angle somebody could be ready to shoot a
Yeah, I'm gonna
fireball.
sneak up with Ragnar and hang out. Like
Okay. So maybe
Out-
we could
out of-
maybe
out
we
of
could all be
earshot.
like on either sides of the building.
yeah.
It's
Are
all
there any
pretty beat
windows?
up, right? Yeah. Are there windows on the side?
On this floor, there is not. They're like above ground level. They would be like above
So
the
deep.
door.
Oh,
So
So maybe our best bet is
Like,
just a couple
say
of
the
go here,
door's like
just
6
go
foot
here,
tall,
and we're just kind of ready to
starts.
run in and help.
I just
Ragnar.
thought-
Now, considering it's been 2 years for me, but a couple weeks for our characters, can you remind us like what the first floor is like? Like what was in there? Would we be able to remember what was in there?
Stairs.
Or
There's that cauldron on.
Yeah, it was like it was a smaller open area, right?
Yeah,
There wasn't
stairway
much
curled
to it.
around, right?
yeah.
It stairway ramped around like it was like this, I believe. The cauldron was kind of like center to the right, like my right here, I think it was.
And then what else was in there?
And
I
that's
know
where
that there was
you might
weird.
find your-
I remember a weird monster jumped out of the pot.
that sludge thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I just thought of something too. And this makes me a little nervous about our game plan of having him walking up to the front door. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I did I think it was like either detecting visibility or something, and there was like a eye
Oh
outside of the thing, which makes me wonder. They probably
Might have like a little hidden
they
surveillance.
may,
Oh, I
they may
forgot
know,
about that.
They may see us. They
Yeah.
may know.
Can I look around for the eye?
You guys didn't mention anything about an eye.
Yeah,
That's because
it
Been 2 years. It's been here, man.
Yeah, right. It has been 2 years.
We've been through an entire pandemic since we've been at this windmill.
2 years to slow the spread. Day 700.
What's the worst part about the 2 weeks to slow the spread?
What is it?
The first 2 years.
Yeah. So I think we're going to have some people stay back because if there's surveillance,
They may know. They may see us coming. They may already know
Right.
we're here.
right? So I think
Yeah,
just
So
can't she turn us into like bugs or some shit?
Yeah, she can pop.
For how long? Like, what if you turn us all into like spiders?
You all into spiders.
Yeah,
I
this
think you turned
polymorph,
one
right?
person into
Yeah.
spiders.
that's a pretty powerful.
Well, 3 of you would be better than just 2 of you in case anything goes down.
Yeah, but
Is
you could
there a-
also use Sparkle's invisibility cloak.
So we'll do that too. But does the eye see through invisibility?
But now polymorph.
I don't really know.
Polymorph isn't something
It was-
that you can just like at will
Sorry.
snap out of, right?
Yeah, I think so. If so
But
long as
if
it's not,
if you okay.
so long as I drop it, they can drop out of it. I'm
It-
sorry, I don't mean to keep hitting that with my knee.
I don't know for sure if it's still there,
Take it
right?
out.
You know what I mean? But it was there
Sure.
when we were the last time, and that makes me wonder if I just worry about.
Can that not go in with the metal thing in it?
Okay.
Do you have to take the metal thing out?
She just keeps
No, I'm
bumping
just
into
bumping
it.
up my knee.
You can take them out.
I don't want her to
They slide.
break it or hurt yourself.
I haven't rolled real dice in so long.
I know.
Well, I
What
what
makes
Deckard Ragnar? I'm rolling up there with you,
I'll knock on the door. I don't care. But
and I'm rolling with him. I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm looking for the eye.
don't
Say
let
when
them
you
kill
knock
me.
on the door.
It's up to him.
You're just looking for it? Or?
Yeah, because we could see it, couldn't we? What was it? Did we see it?
I had
Or
to
could
cast
we-
something to see
Yeah,
it.
it's got to be magical. It's
Oh,
not just
got
like
it.
the Eye of Sauron on top of the lighthouse. I think it's probably more magical in
I'm
nature.
picturing a.
I got a ring camera.
I-
on it.
Rolls in front.
I could see that being.
That's what I
a thing.
Yeah.
Is it stationary or does it patrol?
Is the
I can't
windmill?
remember.
Can you climb it?
I could try
The
to
tower?
Like, could you scale the exterior and like
You could
try?
Can I
Maybe
climb
do
anything
that.
like Breath of the Wild?
Do you want me to?
Yeah,
do
you could try.
Do you want me to cast detect magic to see? Because I don't know for sure if that's how I unveiled it or not. I don't know. But I could try that and see. I know there's going to be tons of shit probably inside there.
I think, more reconnaissance is better. The more info we have, the better.
Okay, all right. So let me do that. I'll cast detect magic.
What's the range on that?
It's like
60
30
yards?
feet or something like
Oh,
that.
you're gonna have to get up there.
I'll have to move around. So, but I can kind of go around here
Around
on the
the
village
perimeter,
to see.
yeah. Barlow's just doing one of these. He's just going.
Yeah.
Wait, Sparkle! And Juniper takes a little bit of mud and slaps it on his face. Stay
Okay.
hidden.
Yeah. Commando Sparkle.
Yeah, come on.
Right.
All right. So what are we doing? You're doing that? You're casting detect magic and you're casing the building?
Cast detect magic. See what I see, and then I'll start to move. If I don't see any eyeballs popping up, then I'm going to start moving a little bit.
Okay, so why don't you move like a square at a time there? So
Okay.
you guys are back there and you get up there.
Okay.
So as you walk,
See.
so I'm assuming you're still by the stones or you're behind the stones.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do? Kind of go around them?
I'm going to cast it first, see what I see before I move.
Okay. So you cast it. You see things glowing all over your friends' equipment and stuff like that. The things you expect. You also notice a glow between the stones, a perfect circle in between the stone ring on the ground. It just glows.
Okay.
Do you detect the school of magic?
Oranges and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Abjuration sort of vibe to it.
Okay.
You also notice, since it called your attention to it, that the grass inside of the ring is growing, unlike the grass everywhere else that's dead.
Yeah.
You don't see an eye. You don't see anything else where you're at now. From this far back from.
Okay. It's a little scary. I wonder.
That's very scary. So you'd notice that under, like on the ground,
Mhm.
in between the stones.
The grass is alive inside, right? But everywhere else,
So that's
is-
like, I'm sorry. So it's like right in front of him, or that's close, like right up here.
like-
It's kind of right where he's at. Yeah.
Okay,
'cause
so
the-
it's
the
like right in
stones are a
front
little
of him.
bit-
So it's far from the.
yeah, you're still
Well-
about 80, 100 feet from the windmill.
From
So
the-
you guys aren't
okay.
even
Like
in
an
that.
escape hatch or
You guys
something?
are-
Does this make any sense to me? Like, what kind of potential magic we could be dealing with here?
Make an Arcana check.
The stones and stuff. I can roll. Yay.
Any reason to roll?
Yeah, right. Let him roll all
That's
the
what I
dice
keep
tonight.
thinking about. I'm like, when do I get to roll these things?
14.
You just feel like there's some sort of protective magic, perhaps, in the area,
Oh boy.
Can I?
but it's not like familiar enough to be a specific spell or anything to you.
Okay, a magical effect within range. I'm gonna try to dispel magic on that.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. Just keep track of this with unless it's gonna like release death upon all those.
Oh, that's just a risk we have to take at a certain point.
All right. So you cast Dispel Magic. What level is it? What level spell slot is that?
No, yeah, I didn't do that. I'm gonna do it as fourth level.
Okay.
So basically, what does that mean then?
Oh, that's
Wait, what does it
in
matter?
preference.
Oh, if you, it's
So just the level of
Okay,
you're
so-
trying to dispel, right?
at fourth level or higher, you automatically end effects of a spell on a target. The spell level is equal or less the spell that you used.
So if you use it if it's a 5th level spell, then you use a 4th level Dispel Magic, it won't do anything.
I don't think there's any roll or anything, right?
Right. Nope.
Or is there a DC? For each spell higher on a target, make an ability check with your spell casting. So it's DC equals 10 plus that spell's level. So I'd have to do like if it's a 5, it'd be a DC 11, right? If it's a DC 7, right, then it's DC. It'd be
If it was a
13.
5, it would be 15.
15. Yo,
10 plus the spell's level, right?
is it plus
the DC.
of that? Oh yeah. You're right. So if it's a 5, it'd be that makes sense. 15, right? Right. But I get to use my spell casting ability too.
Right.
So yeah,
So what level spell slot are you using?
a fourth.
A 4th. Okay, so roll your d20 and add your spell casting modifier.
Okay.
Break through
Yep.
here.
19.
Oh, nice. Huge. We needed that so bad.
And you're still, I guess, can you still be concentrating on detect magic then? Is that, or once you cast another spell, how's it?
I don't. Is that
If
a
you're
concentration?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I can cast other spells
that
as long as I'm not. It's not
does
another
that matter
concentration.
once you've identified the location.
The only thing with concentration is if I cast
Yeah.
another concentration.
Yep. So, so since you're still detecting magic and you do this, you notice that the glow from the abjuration magic in that ring dims. It doesn't go away, but it just goes very faint.
Okay, I will tell you guys that I still see something, but it's definitely diminished.
So we're how far from the windmill? 100 feet?
80 feet
And
or
I
so.
think Sparkle's closer.
Yep,
Because
Sparkle's
he's-
moving up now. Also, Stinkbag needs to make a DC, or it make a Wisdom save.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I don't know how wise he is.
Let's
Let's see.
Tip
I
on
gotta do.
Oh, wise stink bag.
Take a look. Yeah, enjoy.
Oh, you're like really balanced.
I
You said
think so.
wisdom?
Yeah. I feel like
You're like
that was my.
Correct.
you don't really have
Critical
weeks.
Really?
Mhm.
So as you're getting closer to the windmill and this circle and stuff like that,
You got 11.
Stink is he in your where is
He's in my. I have like a,
Dump it.
a side bag.
he's usually chill, right? He starts like scratching around in your little side bag and he starts squeaking and stuff. He just can communicate with you like freely.
That's so funny.
He's terrified. He is just freaked out by this whole area, and
Wrong.
conveys to you that there's no other animals in the area, and he doesn't know what something's really wrong.
It's not like simple though. Like you know what I mean, like with small animals, like of course I can communicate with.
Yeah. So everything I just said is what he kind of said to you.
So he just said he's freaked out.
He doesn't know why. He's like, he doesn't sense any other animals around here, and something's giving him a really bad vibe, and he wants to get out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna share.
And
that.
he has the frightened condition for what it's worth.
Oh, okay. Thinkbag's scared. He's really, really, really scared.
Is he normally very brave?
Yeah, he's pretty tough.
It's pretty.
Squirrel. Yeah, that's really funny.
I've never seen him like.
Can I roll a confidence check in what he just said?
Would anybody want to
oh.
watch a buddy
Oh, wait a
comedy
minute.
of just Sparkle and Juniper? I would.
Yes.
I can see the spinoff, Sparkle and Juniper, right there. Stink bag. It's Furbo.
I don't know. I don't know why he's so flipped out, but
Oh, Stinkbag's afraid, is he?
yeah, he's really.
Let me get a hold of him.
All right, I'll try. Does he let me? Like, my Stinkbag? I'm gonna show you the throw.
Oh,
And you see, it's still got one kind of eyeball dangling out,
What?
mange looking.
so I have Aura of Courage.
Okay.
And while I'm conscious, me and friendly creatures within 10 feet can't be frightened. So I calm Stinkbag down,
Nice.
and I just pat him, pull out his little seed from my pocket.
Is he chill?
Oh.
It's always me with the problem. Shit.
Jordan, I didn't know you were so good with you.
You got to see he's pulling up so many tabs on his computer.
Yeah, if we had a screen share on Dan, it's just like the whole.
Sal, stop cheating.
The
I
whole
can't see it. I can barely see in front of me.
yeah, so I'm petting Stinkbag, and don't be afraid, little one.
So you cast what is it?
It's just Aura of Courage. 10 feet, you can't be frightened.
So
by
you,
me.
you put that aura on basically.
Yeah, it's
and
always
then
on.
it stays.
I think it's a passive thing.
Yeah,
Like a
paladins have auras.
Yeah.
I have Aura of Protection, so you get +2 on your savings throws.
Wish I would have known that.
Within 10 feet. It hasn't been applicable. I've been keeping a good eye on that.
Okay.
So as soon as Stinkbag gets within 10 feet of Thoradin, the shaking stops, and he kind of rubs his like decaying face on Thoradin's wrist, and he seems kind of chill.
He's decaying.
Yeah.
Can I
That's
feel
why
him?
That's what. It's like he's been like he's not hurt. He just looks like this. It's ever since we came to this.
He's not hurt, he's just ugly.
It's ever since we got here.
His face is full.
That's why I don't
Sunlight.
because I feel bad for him.
Kind of like Holyfield. He's in tattered.
Yeah.
Well, that because
Your mighty Steve.
That was very rude, Juniper. That was very nasty and unfair what you said.
should remember the situation correctly.
That wasn't right what you said, Juniper.
Is that how everybody else remembered it?
Wait, I did a.
So wait a minute. So let me recap what we've just done here. So we've dimmed the magic that's in between these rocks. We know there's some kind of abjuration magic there. And
There's
Stinkbag is no longer
Foul
scared.
magic
Right.
afoot around here.
Okay. I did a personal horror.
So
We just.
what do we Decker just starts walking forward towards the windmill.
Why don't we just all?
I'm sneaking.
Let's all roll up. The 6 of us. What's gonna happen? We are like a mafia. What's gonna happen if we all roll up? We got
What
like
if-
1,000 hit points between all of us.
But if we do that, what's the difference of if you guys just pop out, while I'm talking to them?
Right. So that's
if we're all rolling up together and we go to the front door, what are we doing inside?
Yeah, hang on. I think everybody's hang back here real quick. Come up a few feet so that you can get,
within walking distance.
Yeah. And Ragnar, I think you head to the front door. Tell them you're looking for us and just see how they're doing. Get a scope of the land.
Quick flashback. Now, so remember last time we were here, we split up pretty bad.
We
There we
did
go.
that
We
one.
did.
Also, they were not. We we were very bullheaded. We did a lot of dumb shit. It
Yeah.
wasn't that we showed up and they were like, "Let's kill everybody and eat them." We were just
They just
like,
wanted to sell us some
lied.
lies.
You know
Right,
what I mean?
we lied to them, and then we
Right.
like tried
Yeah.
to hide that we
So
lied,
maybe we
and then we lied about hiding the lie.
yes. It was, yeah, right.
Yeah, it makes the
And
sound.
we had a hissy fit on.
Yeah,
that was not good. Bad.
Yeah.
So I think Ragnar should go to the front door and we sneak up and just hang out next to the outside and
But
try
we
to keep
should-
an eye out for the eye.
Yes.
And if it sees us, whatever. They look, she didn't recognize us when we were in the square.
They're in there.
There's 3
There's some dead
real
kids.
crazy old ladies.
It's wearing on you.
They're just
It's bad
ladies.
kids.
They aren't like
If you're gonna-
magical or anything.
No, they
Bring
got
out
some
the Deckard
magic.
accent.
So they're witches.
They're witches. There's 3 witches in there.
I remember my grandma used to tell me that witches really like to make deals.
Oh, I tried with these ones. I threw a
No,
gold.
they wanted to make a deal. We just wouldn't listen.
Well, that's
We-
because Blackwood wouldn't shut his mouth.
We've been excellent customers
Sorry.
for pies too.
Let's go buy. Let's tell them that we want to buy some. Let's go up to Ragnar. Tell them that you have a big order from the Wizard of Wines
Ooh,
for all kinds of pies. Tell them
Yes.
that you need to, like
Has
300
everybody
pies.
eaten a pie but me?
You want me to pretend to be a merchant? I will.
he didn't
Yeah.
need pies. Now didn't need.
Yep.
Go up
Was
and
that
pretend
Joe?
you're a merchant.
Tell them neither. So
Tell them that you're an an emissary of the Wizard of Wines, and that you want to buy some pie.
Thornton, give me that cup that I made for you.
Sure, lad. Let me go in my satchel and get it.
Got my maker's mark on it.
There you
I
go.
pretend to be a traveling merchant working for the
That's
Markovs.
great. That's genius.
Do you want to take my rocks with you so you can act like you're selling rocks too? They're very
No,
valuable.
I'll pass this time. Thank you.
And
Well,
just,
the-
just tell them you'd be really excited if you could get a skull. You need a skull.
I have
I'm gonna tell them I'm a purveyor of fine and rare
And
artifacts.
quality.
Yeah.
Quality rock.
And they,
are.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
they have any human
Stop that.
remains
See what I
laying
mean?
around,
Definitely enough.
see if you
Macabre
can't get your hands
remains.
on that.
Make an ashtray out of a warlock skull.
Yeah. And ask them if they found a dead bird too.
I'll look for the bird. Just don't let them kill me.
Oh yeah, can we look around for dead birds on the floor?
really.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
No,
seriously.
really, if we could res that guy. All right, so I'm gonna go to the front door. I'm gonna like move around to the front door. I'm not trying to hide myself.
No, check.
No, that's Thoradin because you
Check
got the
for-
magical.
That's right.
thing.
That's right.
Check for dead birds, Ragnar.
Yep.
Right. So
All right, so as I'm walking up,
kind of into here, and then
Oh. Okay.
Ragnar's at the front door.
I'm walking
Sal,
up.
did you see the board?
Yeah, I can sort of see
This
it.
is your piece right here, Sal.
Yeah. Okay.
You want us to stay back, or you want us to get
And
like?
you're at the front of the windmill. This is the windmill. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I could
It's all
sort of see it. Yep.
It might just be a big waste of time, but maybe like while all this is happening, if he's approaching, I would like to. I'm this big Delmorc thing. I would like to go up to the back. This is all you said. There's no windows, all upper level, right?
Right.
So if I got to the base of it, I'd like to like kind of place my hand up against the windmill and cast magic awareness.
Do you have magic awareness?
I do.
He
You've
sure
had it
does.
the whole time?
I've done it. I've done it.
He's done it a few times.
What does that do?
He's always
He's aware
done it.
of
It's
magic.
kind of the same thing, bigger range though.
Really?
hmm
That's pretty sweet.
Pretzel?
I'm good.
I'm all right for now.
Okay. So
Because he did it. You did
I'm
it.
not protective
30-foot
of detect
range, and
magic.
you
You
were-
let that baby loose.
You were, you were further away, and now that I was just like, if we're gonna approach, I might as well just do this to see if I would see anything different.
Yeah. I like it.
okay. So I'll do that first. So you don't notice anything from the back of the windmill. The
Okay.
back of the windmill is like it's a that cement or whatever that plaster like cement kind of construction, stucco, whatever. Is pretty smooth back here. There's no openings. You can't see into the structure at all.
So it's not a brick building. It's not like it's like a well built. Like
it's that. I'm just not.
I can't see through the windmill walls, like the exterior walls. Right. It's not like
it's a cement
down
it's-
thing.
What is that shit called? Like
Improvision?
plastered cement.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's not cement blocks. It's
Stucco? The
Stucco,
stucco,
yeah, stucco.
Are there beers in the fridge? I don't want to be like
Anything you want.
Stand in
Beer,
the lunch, I brought 'em
pop,
up, so-
seltzer.
Hey, will you give me a seltzer?
Really care. So it's not-
Yes.
There's a couple.
Okay, any flavor, Dan?
Yeah, I mean lime.
Lime. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah, any flavor or lime.
Down, oh, Matt, the fridge down here.
In the hope and the.
Yeah. Yep, in there. The little like short fridge.
Oh man, I should just move.
Okay, well, we found our apartment. We're staying in the basement.
Running the basement.
It actually might be bigger than an apartment that I had before, so
Ready to watch
This place is bigger than
Ragnar go to work
Mm-hmm.
with some role play here. I'm excited.
best of luck, Ragnar. Hope
All
you
right,
don't get
so-
eaten.
Yeah, be,
Are you good?
careful.
Are you good? You didn't detect anything
We don't
back
eat
there.
layers of pie.
You're still standing there though.
Yep, I'm still just kind of standing there leaning,
Deckard, what do
thinking
you-
about climbing up the window.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not far from Alaric. I'm off to the left. Like I'm kind of up against the windmill, ready to get around this thing and help him.
Okay.
I-
Yeah,
I'm
he was
actually,
only-
I'm actually gonna move more like up here to the side.
So you got an eye shot of Ragnar.
What's that?
So you have an
Yeah,
eye shot.
I kind of I'm being stealthy and kind of getting around the corner here so I can see him and hear what's.
Okay. As you guys come around this side of the building, you notice that there's a real thick fog in the down below. So the windmill's kind of up here on a hill. You guys came up from the forest behind, and then the road kind of comes down where you had come the last time, like the proper way to come up. There's a thick fog in the valley down below.
Like over here.
Over here, right? Like
Yeah.
if you were to come the other way, you'd had to walk through it. And Ragnar and Deckard, what are your passive perceptions?
Mine is 16.
16.
What's your pass?
What's my passive perception? It is.
Don't get
Sorry, I'm not used to the.
Printed
There we
sheet.
go. Passive wisdom. Oh, 13.
13. Okay. Okay. All right. So Ragnar, you're at the front door. It's closed. The door looks like it's recently been repaired.
Like maybe within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably. Really good guess. There's
I have
like
my hand crossbow at the ready.
it looked like there was previously a dwarf head shaped implant that was maybe filled in.
All right, so I'll take my meaty fist and knock on the door.
You hear a bit of like scuffling from behind the door, and you hear someone say,
Oh boy.
someone say, Ophelia, there's someone's here. I don't think she's back yet, so it could be the people from Vallaki.
I hear that.
You hear that, and then you hear a faint voice like a mumbling that you can't hear the response. And then the door opens, and can you guys put that person right in the inside of the door there? Yep. And you see this really homely-looking, middle-aged woman. She's got a apron on, and it's got a bunch of
Mung.
oil and grease and some reddish brown kind of colors mixed into it, and she's got just slur all over her hand, like
I don't know. But it needs
sound good.
and she kind of wipes that off on her apron, and she goes, oh, what can I help you with, young man?
So Ragnar's, most dwarves don't have all their teeth. He has all his. Pretty proud of it. So he puts out a big toothy smile, and he goes, "Oh, greetings, my lady. I'm here to see someone about the fine pies that I've heard of.
Yes.
Wow.
I heard you guys are people to talk to about pies.
Wait, you brought gold?
I got plenty of gold. I'm a traveling trader. Ragnar Relic Hunter is my name. Have you heard of me?
Have you heard of me?
How much gold do you have?
Plenty of gold. Plenty.
Oh yeah, we've heard of you. Your reputation precedes you. Come on in. Come on in. Ophelia.
I've been Dan this whole
Right,
time.
so I'll walk in. I'll follow her in.
You go in? Okay, you can move them in. And what you see here is the ground floor has been converted into a makeshift kitchen. The room's filthy. There's baskets and old dishware. There's a chicken coop, a wooden trunk. It's just kind of a mess in here. You hear toads croaking coming from one of the chests, and you also hear a number of squawking birds of some sort, chickens maybe, or some other kind of bird coming from the floor above. And you smell that sweet smell of those pastries that you smelled at the festival that all your friends love. But it blends in with this like terrible odor that's sort of like coming from the corner of the room. But then it's a little bit warmer in here. There's a brick oven against one wall that it looks like they're cooking the pies in. And then there's a stumbling or a crumbling spiral staircase that goes up to the second floor. And you hear another voice saying, I'm coming down, I'm coming down. And you guys put this other pretty lady right on like the steps kind of. Oh, I'm sorry. You can move your sheet.
I drink for the best.
Yeah, please. Yeah, you guys can actually move them into here if you don't mind for me.
Oh, that's good.
All right. And then so the first woman who greeted you says she says, "Well, we just finished a batch. They are how you said you had a lot of gold?"
Yeah, so let me tell you my situation. I'm kind of someone who does a lot of odd jobs. So I have some friends in Vallaki who could use a lot of pies, more pies than would be a normal amount. Very, very large order. I don't know if you'd be able to fulfill it on such short notice. It's the Baron's son's birthday. Something to do with some sort of a festival for him. They need a lot of pies, and they'd like to put in a big order.
Oh, okay. But didn't the city burn down?
Burn down? That's news to me.
So,
that was good.
So, you can see the city from the windmill. I know. I mean, I'm not saying that I should have mentioned it, but the windmill is up on a hill, so it's sort of burning.
All right. Well,
it's my fault.
I'm fucking dead.
I really think to not like meta it, you should just run around the corner real quick and go, holy shit! Didn't see that before.
That's really funny.
All right. Not to be a dick, but can we wreck on that?
Yeah. I should have mentioned that, or
Okay.
where it at.
Okay,
Oh.
I just won't say that I'm coming from the city.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry. That also is yours, right in front of you, Matt. That rolled up too. That's your groups there. You can. That's the parties. You're welcome to use that as much as you want today.
Oh, this is the map of
Oh, no.
Ooh.
So you should be able to see the windmill and Vallaki.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe can we do something?
there's the
So,
old
like,
Svalus Road.
I mean, you guys went through the woods here, so yeah, here's Vallaki, and then here's the windmill. So you guys jumped over this wall and you cut through these woods, and so this is up on like a hill that kind of looks down from the top of this windmill. You can see the lake, and you can see like the sort of skyline, the skyline of the city.
So what about
like
can we
snakes.
see the winery from here?
No, the winery's like on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I apologize for my part of that.
That's news to me. Great. Great improv.
I can't hear you.
You can see the city from the window.
The whole fucking city burned down.
Oh, they're ridiculous.
They're really good.
Oh my
They're
God.
really dangerous.
I know. I keep eating them.
Yeah.
Those pretzels are good.
Where are these little cookies?
Yeah, the dark chocolate.
I think Sean, I got them at Costco.
Really? The cookies?
Mhm.
They're freaking good.
I'm gonna go.
All right, so let's take that back.
So- I'm gonna say instead of that, I'm gonna say, "Oh, I'm doing an odd job for someone. My friends over at the winery, they're having a party to celebrate their grand reopening, and they want to get everybody going crazy on those pies. They've heard a lot about them. Everybody loves them in the area.
My brother.
Big things. So we want to put in a big order. You know, we would need it within a few days. I don't know if you could fulfill that. You know, we could give you a big purchase order, though."
Well, that sounds fantastic. In fact, we're expecting a lot more helpers real soon, given some of the situation around here. It'll take us a few more. Well, I can get you at least a good couple of cases. You know, we could say there's about 24 in a case. I can get you 3 cases.
I think that would work. They want to have a big party over there. Get everybody trashed on wine and eating pies.
He's good.
All right.
Yeah.
He's good.
I'm gonna start using that.
Make a
Hammer tonight, eat some pies.
Trash and eat some
Trash on wine and some pies.
Yeah. What are you gonna do this weekend?
Trash meat
Yeah.
pie.
Yeah, trash on wine and eating pie.
This is great improv.
make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Right? Are they? They're dangerous.
That's a dangerous case.
They're like
It's all
cookie chips.
It's just butter and sugar.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What was it?
Delicious.
19.
19.
Yeah, good, nice. This is going so much better than last time.
She says, well, yeah, she goes, it'll only take us, you know, maybe a couple days. Of course, we always ask for half the gold up front.
So what's something like this gonna run?
Well, you know, we're kind of in high demand right now, so it's a 240 gold per case.
Oof.
140 gold.
High quality shit.
Okay. All right. So just outside of character, I don't have 240 gold. So I'm gonna say to her, okay, I'll just need to make a quick run over to one of my caches that's nearby, grab the gold, and I'll bring it back later today. I don't have that on me at this moment, but it shouldn't be a problem. And I don't expect you to start making it until I pay you, so that you're not going to be out any of your ingredients. I just had no idea how much it costs.
The woman coming down the steps, she kind of looks, kind of gives you like a little bit of the stink eye, looks at her sister and rolls her eyes and says, "Stop interrupting me. I'm up there trying to feed him." And she turns around and goes back up. And but the woman who's talking to you remains pleasant and says, "Well, that's absolutely fine, honey. You come back with the money and we'll make you the pies."
All right, I'll be back later today. I also wanted to check with you. I'm also a purveyor of fine goods, relics, trinkets, and oddments.
Oh, here we go.
You know, I'm always on the lookout for different items, interesting items. You know, I travel the roads looking for different things. You know, do you guys have anything like that around here that might be interesting that you'd be willing to trade?
Well, you know, we'd be happy to. I don't know what you would trade us that we would want, but we don't really have much besides our pies.
So nothing in the way of possibly interesting books or even strange looking skulls or magical components, just different things that maybe wouldn't seem valuable that you might find in a junk drawer, but might look interesting on a shelf.
Oh no, we're just we're
Just bakers, just bakery.
we're just a bakery here, Sonny.
Okay, it does smell really good in here. I must say, I've heard you do fine work.
Oh yes, we've gotten the freshest ingredients lately.
Let me ask, what's a fine looking lass like you? How are you working in a bakery? Like you should be modeling somewhere in one of the big cities.
Oh god. Make another persuasion check.
Did they mention her name to anyone? Did she say no one watched a good TV show?
I don't think so. I don't think they did.
The ones
Hey.
with Billy that you said, but
An 8?
Oh fuck.
She looks at you and she goes, "I know I'm not wearing my years very well, but I'm not changing that price. It's 200."
Oh, I meant nothing of the sort. I'm a devilish flirt. You can't just lock away your daughters. That's what they say when I roll into town. I meant no offense. So, just out of curiosity, I haven't had a nice conversation in a long time. I'm on the road a lot. What kind of an operation? Like how hard is it? How hard is it to do all this work?
Well, it helps that demand is high, and with the winery, as you probably know, with your friends being there, not able to produce enough wine, we've got a pretty high demand for what we do. So business stays as long as we can keep our supplies in check.
Is it ever hard to acquire the ingredients?
So sometimes it is, but we've got a pretty good line on things these days.
All right. Well, keep me in mind, because I'm also good at getting a hold of things that other people might not be able to. Whether it be through persuasion or other means. So definitely keep me in mind.
Will do. So you'll be back later with the gold,
Be
right?
back.
Okay. Well, we'll keep the oven hot.
You ready? All right. So I'm gonna give her a little salute and make my way out the door.
She shuts the door. You hear a little bit of cackling and maybe some arguing now, or back and forth, sort of chat. Two people going back and forth, but you can't really hear what they're saying.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk away from the windmill very calmly. And I don't know if any of you guys can see me while I'm doing it,
It starts kind of.
but I'm
Deckard's
gonna
right on the side of the thing. He starts.
go like
I
this.
hear what was happening where I'm at with my better hearing.
You could at least hear like Ragnar's responses and stuff, and kind of follow most of the conversation. It wasn't like you were standing right here.
Right.
It'd
Could I
be like
hear-
if we were having a conversation in the other room and you kind of picked up on most of it. Sure.
So I can kind of hear what she was saying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just make
Got it.
movements. Like I don't want them to attack the windmill right now. So I'm just gonna be like this.
Over. Like,
So I'm gonna go where we can all talk and not be inside of them.
well, I'm calling you to me.
Yep.
Like
Okay. So and what are the rest of you guys doing right now? Just waiting for see what they
Kind of
do.
probably like so Adam Alaric is behind the windmill, right? He's fucking climbing it, I think, right?
I was going to start
You're
climbing.
gonna start climbing. So you're behind the windmill. Spargle and Juniper are here, probably. I'm probably there. So yeah, it's probably Deckard's on the side of the windmill. Alaric is behind it, and I think the three of us are probably grouped up over here, like somewhere in the bush.
Okay.
And
So I'm calling you over.
All right. So I head over to the cowboy.
and I'm down on like one knee, like we're drawing up a play in backyard football. And hey man, Valaki's burning, man. She ain't got demand. Who the hell's gonna be buying pies?
I
Go
told
back.
her that I told the winery is having a grand reopening.
I'm sure, but who else is gonna be buying pies besides the winery?
They bought it.
Go back in there and tell her, hey, I just stepped outside. It looks like Valaki's on fire. I don't know if they're buying a lot of pies. You sure you got a lot of demand? You can start bargaining a little bit. And with that, like regardless, I don't know how much gold I have.
Oh, probably in your inventory. Yeah, it's with this page. Bottom left. There you go.
There we go.
I'll look at
GP.
throw it in and sparkle next to me. I was 50. Come out. Samples.
Sparkle's like saying to me if you had any samples of the pies.
But then Deckard says to you, well, man, we got to remember why we're here. We don't want any freaking pies, man. We just got to get in there and see if we can find that raven. And if we can, a piece of Blackwing. Should
Oh,
we just go
yeah.
in there and blow them up?
Well, let's convene with the rest of the group,
All right.
and I'll tell you what I saw and what I heard.
So we sneak back over to the group.
Okay. Where's Juniper at?
We're in the group. We're like a 5 group.
Okay.
We're in like a group hug.
It's a huddle.
Is Alaric with us, or is he climbing?
Oh yeah, are you staying back there, or are you going to regroup?
Well, I was going to start climbing as he went in there and had his conversation. So I don't know where I would be at this point, and I don't know if anybody would have flagged me to come back down. My goal was to get around and kind of eavesdrop and maybe get to the opening that sparkled last in the second.
Well,
floor.
that's on the third floor, the opening. But on the second floor, you can see the picture of the windmill right there. It is very much like that.
Oh, these are
So-
the floors.
Right. So if you
Is there actually like scaffolding there that I
yes,
could be
exactly,
walking on?
scaffolding and windows.
So I guess I probably would have been trying to make it there. Like I said, unless at some point somebody would have called me back or I would have heard the end of a conversation. I don't know.
Your call. You tell me. You've kind of seen all this go on. It's in a close enough vicinity. You can see that your party's kind of reconvening back there.
I would be, I think maybe at this point I would have been on the scaffolding trying to peek through a window if possible.
Okay. You are going to have to. It's tricky to climb, so you'll have to make an athletics check to climb up.
Okay.
Roll those real dice, dude.
Yes.
Have Crocus blow on him.
7. So 12.
12. So you aren't able to pull yourself up. It's not, you don't, there's not a lot of places to get a real good grip. I mean, you're strong, but you're not strong enough to kind of pull yourself up on the little, you don't get enough,
Not enough meat. Nothing.
enough purchase to pull yourself up on this part of the building.
Okay.
So you do that for a minute. What are you guys going to do?
So we hear Ragnar, what he says.
So-
What he tells us.
Listen, it smells like shit in there. There's something dead in there. It's a smell of rotten shit.
Yeah, we can.
And it seems like there's at least 2
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
of
being
the
around.
crones that you mentioned. Possibly another. They mentioned, I heard them say, feed it. I don't know what it that they're feeding.
You think maybe they have a pet?
Feed them or feed it?
I heard them mention feeding something. They were
Yeah.
arguing. I heard a lot of
Feed them
cackling.
or feed it?
Oh, Junior, they don't have
It's
pets.
feed them. That's what I thought. It was feed them. Feed
Yeah.
them.
No, ladies living
Well,
in
you
the-
heard it too.
Keeping kind.
I was right there. It's feed them. I think
All
I
right.
think there's some more children up there.
Yeah, we know they take children. They seem reasonable enough if you give them 240 gold for some pies, but
I don't think they're very reasonable. I think we got to remember why we're here. We're just trying to get some.
Pies.
Well, I know you all want pies,
They killed my friend.
you addicts. We'll get you some pies. Why don't we go in there?
I did ask them about this, and they didn't say anything. I asked them if they had any trinkets.
You didn't see any
Well, we torture them for the
Moral
recipe.
parts, did you?
It's a good idea.
It just smelled like corpses and shit, and with cake, cake corpses and shit, and just a brick oven, just making pies. And there's a staircase and a crone going up there feeding somebody.
There's 6 of us. There's 3 of them.
If they had a warlock skull, they wouldn't tell us.
Oh, there's only. Oh yeah, my guys. There's only 2 of them in there. One of them ain't even here. I say we go in there. We take them out. Hey, there are probably a bunch of kids on that 2nd floor.
The big guy's on the scaffolding.
We get Juniper some pies because they said they got like 3 crates in there. So we'll get the pies.
For sharing.
For sharing.
And so I say we just go in there and we tell these ladies what the hell's up.
Not going to be any pie eating. There's no time for any of this.
Man, you take that up with Juniper and Sparkle.
Yeah, there's
always
time after for pie eating, right?
It's time.
We could have 11s later.
Maybe we could ask them before we kill them. Maybe we should ask them for the recipe.
But if there's children in
I
the
did try that. I tried to ask them about their ingredients.
Make substitutions.
We keep one of them alive and we torture them for the recipe.
All right. Well, listen. How do you guys want to attack this thing? Do you want to just kill everybody? You want to just pull this tower down from the fucking roots?
Yeah, I like Alaric's idea of climbing the back of this thing.
Did I stumble and fall, or did I just not get a grip?
You just couldn't pull yourself up for this moment. Now you could try it again, or you can move to another spot.
Decker's like, all right, you know what? Let's go into this place. Couple of you go around the front door. Alaric and I are going to climb up the back. Let's just go take this tower. Deckard literally just walks over to Alaric and says, hey, man, let me help you climb up there.
You look like me in 6th grade doing the rope climb.
So I help Alaric this time.
All right. You can roll athletics again with advantage.
Okay.
Well, they're expecting me to come back with the money.
What was that?
They're expecting me to come back with the money. So maybe we'll dress Thoradin up as a prince. And we can roll up and he can be my patron who's giving me the money.
Yeah, fat prince, if you want me to, right?
And then you do that thing that you make the people freeze. And we'll stab them right in the throat.
I couldn't agree more.
I'm going in to kill. I say to Alaric, I don't know if you guys. Let's go kill these ladies.
So you get boosted up easily. So you can pull yourself up to that scaffolding.
And then I would like to just get to, so I'm by 2nd floor.
Mm-hmm.
So if wherever there's a window, closest window, however it works, I would like to try to creep up to it. I don't know how sturdy what I'm standing on is.
So it's starting to feel shaky as you get closer to the window.
Okay. Well, then
You're a
I
big
would
dude.
do my best to kind of brace myself up against the windmill, or maybe kind of Spider-Man it if it's possible.
Think light thoughts.
Mhm.
Okay. And you're gonna walk over to the window
Yeah,
though?
however you want to do that.
Okay. So parts of the scaffolding do start to crumble, but you're keeping yourself real close to the edge near the the fulcrum effect, right? You're not out on the side, you're kind of up there. You have to make a dex save, but you can make it with advantage since you're being cautious.
We'll play Skyrim now.
Is that a thing?
Music.
Do I need to change the music?
Oh,
Music, and in the background, they just want to play Skyrim. Oh, my dude.
Should I play
already
this
have
one?
advantage on dex saves. So do I get double?
If you
Wait, you do? Always?
Can it,
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
they really make it. They programmed it well for Switch, but like if you really want to get immersed in it, I think on a PC.
So
Playing that Horizon
I guess
series
specs you can see.
On
Yeah.
PS4,
16.
no, on PC.
16
it's
is
really good, right?
good enough.
It's pretty
Um,
It looks beautiful.
So, so a couple little chunks of the scaffolding and stuff fall off as you're kind of shimmying over to the window. But they land in the muddy grass and they don't make too much of a sound. They don't slam against the side of the building, fortunately. Yeah, you get over and you look through a window, and you're looking into. You can uncover that bottom right one there.
You got it?
Yep. These maps aren't super interesting, but just so you have the lay of the land. And here you see a haggard, heavy-set old woman with his face as wrinkled and as boiled as an apple, sweeping the floor, pushing around some bones. There's like a pile of bones. As she's doing that, you notice that it's kicking up powder.
Bone dust.
Oh God.
Dust.
Oh, you're breathing in Blackwood bones.
She's got like her hair's all
I inhaled
pulled
it.
up.
There you go.
It's hard to see because these windows are just covered in muck and mud and stuff like that. They're not like they haven't taken Windex to them lately. But it's an 8-foot high kind of chamber, most of which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. And then you can see that staircase goes up, as you'd imagine, another floor above it.
I don't see any other living people in there, from what I can tell.
You don't see any other living people, but you see a crate. You see like two cages on the far side of the room where there's movement in there, like fluttering around of something, but you can't make out what it is.
That's what they're feeding. Okay. So I don't know exactly how high this is. Am I able to, like, if I wanted to, can I like just jump off of here back to ground level, or am I gonna like potentially hurt myself severely?
I
don't know
think
if we're
you'd be
talking,
okay. So it'd be about like a 10-foot drop,
Ooh.
which I think you could do because I think that would be your jump. Normally it'd be a 1d6 of fall damage from that height, but I think if you're letting yourself down, I mean, you're 6 foot. I mean, I could jump 10 feet off of the thing to be fine. So yeah, you're fine.
Also, before I do that, does it look like this window is something I can open? Is it all intact?
Yeah, it's intact.
The whole thing's intact.
Yeah, but it's dirty. It's muddy and
Disgusting.
shitty and
But it doesn't look like something I can like pry open.
no, it's not. It's not like a window that opens.
Okay.
Like that. It doesn't have like a hinge or anything on it. On this.
They got glass windows at Barovia?
Yeah,
Not bad.
they're fancy.
And also, what do I see above me? Do I see another window?
You mean on the floor above you?
Yes.
You mean like
I mean, on the exterior of the windmill, when I look up, what do I see?
yeah, you're on the back, so you see.
I mean, am I like in this area or something?
Yeah, you're on the back side of that center section. You can see to the third floor from where you're at. It kind of cuts out and then back up, so you can't like see in. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not at the spot where I see the third floor blow through.
No, his fireball came in through the front of the building.
So I'm almost directly opposite.
You're directly opposite, on the floor below. I mean, you could probably see some structural cracks and stuff on that floor.
Is it, if I continue to attempt to climb the tower, is this going to get progressively harder for me?
At this point, without gear, it would be really good because it's now going
Okay.
back out. You know what I'm saying?
And this is something that I could decide just by like looking at it and being like, yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, you could try it, but
I'm
it'd be pretty tricky.
I'm going to jump off and try to be as stealthy and quiet as possible. I assume that Deckard's probably still below me, having just helped me up 14 seconds ago.
Sure.
So I would probably try to just gracefully jump off of the scaffolding.
Cool. You're good. You jump to roll. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a hard one, but if you critically fail, it might.
6.
Hold on. Wait.
Wait.
9.
That's fine. Yeah, you're good. You land on the ground. Not super stealthy. It's a good thud on the ground, but you don't, smash anything.
They're old and
You got-
they just
Yeah, they can't hit shit.
Right.
And
I'm
sorry. I would relay if I was right by Deckard. I would relay the information that I had just learned about the bones being swept up and the bone dust and the something moving around in some cages. But I definitely couldn't make out what it was.
Deckard,
Like, can I even get a gauge on like a size? Like, are we talking like a crate that had like a tiny little Yorkie in it, or like a fucking?
It was a crate that would fit on the top of this table, and you just saw like a number of maybe smaller creatures kind of just fluttering around in there or something, or it could have been one big creature just kind of like, but just all that kind of frantic movement.
It's
in it.
bats.
Could have been bats,
Probably
like
spiders.
both.
It's ravens.
But Juniper, you hear, because you have such high passive perception, you hear a squeaking of like wagon or cartwheels coming from the mist down the misty road
the
that's
old
further down this
The
way.
old bitch is coming.
I forgot you got the metal one.
Should get him.
Yeah.
So we could
Remember, I got the
should we
cheap
get
one
him
that I
here?
painted
It
in
looks good though. Oh, yeah, that's right. You
Better
painted
to
it.
have
spray paint. Is that?
Probably one of the old bags. In my bag.
Should we
Maybe interrupt them.
maybe like sidetrack the wagon
That
somehow?
was after he like full.
Could it be Van Richten?
Maybe we would recognize that wagon though, if it was the wagon that.
Do you tell us that you hear a wagon?
Yeah. Yeah, I whispered it to the group as soon as I heard it.
Deckard is like standing there and he goes, "All right, book this." And he starts walking to the front of the windmill.
What about the other one? I wonder what we should do. Should we?
Do I hear
We
this
don't-
as I
so
approach
you-
it?
So you do this because
You told me about
because
there's
I
some
told you about the
cages,
bones and cages
and there's some
things.
cages. Deckard, yeah. So Deckard heard. So to put you in Deckard's mindset right now, I've been in this freaking windmill. It was a nightmare zone. I know that there were kids in the second floor when we shot the fireball up there.
Third floor.
I watched her walk away with the kid
Every time.
in Velaki. I hear they're sweeping up bones on the second floor and that there's cages with people moving around in it. I heard the woman say, "I'm feeding them right now." Deckard's like in a mindset of like, he's
Bad enough.
not being diplomatic anymore. So, do I hear the wagon wheels at all?
So Juniper, you mentioned it to him. Make a
Yes.
perception check.
Because it relies on hearing, can I roll advantage?
Yep.
With my trait?
Yep.
So, perception. 14.
14. You hear a faint squeaking.
So Deckard looks at the group and says, "Come on, we're heading to the front." And I draw my dagger. I have my hand crossbow, and I use my crimson right on my crossbow.
Okay.
No, I don't. I take that back. I do not.
Is that where you set it on fire?
I take it back. Deckard goes werewolf.
Oh shit!
Cool. All right.
Let's bring back memories. This is the first time we saw you as
Mhm.
werewolf.
That's right.
Werewolf mode activated.
And
Are you doing that?
Um,
You be the werewolf.
when he goes werewolf,
Tall as a tower.
Yeah.
he stows his crossbow and his daggers, and suddenly his claws catch fire.
What the?
Whoa.
So
That is pretty sweet.
Sword and clutches is dependent.
Hopefully, we got some turns left.
By the light,
Motherfucker straight out of hell.
I've never seen anything like this, even on Faerun.
hang on, I'm going
Spark
to.
is fascinated by the claws of fire.
Oh Jesus! I've never seen anything like it.
He says in a very, I don't know, you know how people's like monster voice changes and they like transfer. Come on, Phils. Come on, Phils. Yes, come on, Phils. We're heading up here. And I call to you guys to.
And then you howl. Oh!
None of us have witnessed this, the extent,
Yeah, I don't think we've ever
right?
seen
Like
this.
this.
I haven't seen any flaming claws before.
So yeah, his claws like he kind of goes like this, and like
Oh.
flames just shoot out from
Oh,
his hands.
I mean, I'm following them. I mean, I have sword drawn.
Yeah, you're all chopped up.
So I'm using my crimson right, Dan. So
Okay.
I take 5 damage.
Well,
Oh,
if
totally.
that's the case, is is the updated? It's not.
Yeah, it might not be. You might need to look it up.
Oh my gosh, you put that up there.
Where's my?
Absolutely. You
I'm gonna
are
go-
a werewolf.
Okay, go ahead. I want to find it without screwing.
You want to use my
Yeah.
Beyonder?
You sure?
So I can-
I'll do it on my phone.
Yeah, you
was
want some
talking about
snack?
through vacation about you and her talking about.
I'm sorry.
Hey, dude, you got Korean barbecue burps? I'm like,
Yes, I love it.
man.
Totally worth it.
How does it feel to be better than me every single day?
Oh,
What the hell?
Did
He
it was
beats me at Wordle. I've beaten him twice, maybe in the last.
It was just pure luck.
It's okay.
Because I had the A. I mean, dude, I had
I'm supposed to know
my
words.
3
You're
guesses.
supposed to know words.
Right? Obviously, I knew it was AR, and I just after trying a bunch of different things, I got LAR, and I
Gotta get paid for this.
typed
no.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
because I couldn't
you don't.
figure anything out, and I saw it, and I was just like larva, and I was like, I laughed, and I'm like, that's like it, and I was like, I'll guess it because it works, and it was the fucking word. It was hilarious. I watched my mom struggle for like an hour trying to figure out, and I had to walk her through all of it. She couldn't get it.
Whatever the one was yesterday, was girl I got it on first try. Just
I've not gotten.
I did that when it was Royal. Remember that a couple
That's
weeks
dumb.
No, it got me to.
But how much
Royal is the first
so many
guess.
words.
There's too many words.
I've had a fair number of twos. Though. Like I've gotten a fair number of them in 2, but I've never gotten.
I never got it.
Dude. You're good.
This theater is so awesome.
You are. You're a fucking.
I was.
Right.
You are.
Don't forget that.
All right.
Tell me still.
Process of that.
I'll play Scrivener with you. You want to play Scrivener?
Oh,
We can
yeah.
fucking play Scrivener.
Forgot it always says that.
It always says it. I'm
It
like,
hasn't
that's
said
right.
it.
My boy's fucking going.
No, I just leave it open so that. I
So
can-
as he
order it,
as
like, not-
Will goes all fucking
Do you think about it?
Yeah.
catch flame the
You gotta think.
phalanges on fire, whatever's going on.
I believe in you.
I am going to just with utter confidence draw my sword and just like slow roll right up behind him like I am just ready to fight. And I'm going to at that point use my battle rage. Battle
Okay.
cry, battle cry. Whatever.
You're raging?
I'm gonna rage. Sorry, I'm gonna wild surge.
Okay.
What is it?
Wildly.
1d8. I did pull this up. I thought
What is Wild Surge?
it's my rage, but it's now that I'm wild magic barb. It's different.
Really?
He's raging.
Raging.
It's wild eyed.
So that's an 8. What is 8?
Your most successful days?
Well, I don't know how this works.
Or how do you?
That is true.
A bolt of light shoots from my
Very
chest.
proud of
Another creature of your choice within 30 yards, 30 feet of you must succeed a constitution. Blah blah blah. I don't have another creature in the area, so maybe I don't know if it's all right if I do that. Like maybe I could just like as I draw my sword and I go to like let out my battle cry, just like a bolt of light shoots out of my chest at like the sky. Like I don't even target it because I don't have something hostile yet.
And Thorin loves that.
And then sorry, I'll tell you originals you would choose.
Actually,
No, I have to. Every time I attack with this rage, I have to use that ability. Otherwise, it ends my rage.
Okay.
I've never had that one before. Basically, just bumped up bonus attack.
Okay, so for anyone, when you as you do that, anyone who was so maybe Deckard, or you're kind of going rage werewolf mode, but Juniper, you see him do this, and this lightning bolt arc into the sky, and you suddenly hear that wagon wheel stop, and the sound goes away. You notice that.
Here's
Um,
her little ears prick up and she goes, "Wait, they stopped."
Do I hear that?
Did you make out the direction it's
you
coming
heard
from?
her say that, yeah, from the coming up the path.
Can we
Towards-
see it?
Not yet. It's real misty and stuff. But if you want to try to get closer or do something specific to try to see it,
Juniper kind of is standing so that she has kind of her ear pointed towards it and she's listening, but she does have Gust as a druid.
We can block it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
It's pretty sweet.
One medium or smaller creature that you see. No. Very small blast of air, capable of moving one object that is neither held nor carried and weighs no more than 5 pounds. The object is pushed 10 feet away from you. It isn't pushed with enough force to cause damage. Or you create a harmless sensory effect using air, creating leaves to rustle, wind to slam shutters
I do like.
shut, or your clothing to ripple in a breeze. So it's like a breeze. So it's up to you.
I mean, since we're just talking about a mist, I would say you could move forward and like shoot it down the road. You know, you could blow, 20, 30 feet away.
It is a druid at will, so she could do that.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, how far down the path do you want to go?
Well, as far as her friends are going to go with her, she's not going to go by herself.
Is somebody going to follow?
Yeah. Deckard is
Yeah.
right there.
We'll come with you.
So she'd be doing the thing where she has her hand out and there's a
Got it.
force of wind around them.
Cool. All right, so Juniper's kind of leading the way, and she keeps casting that. She keeps making these gusts of wind, kind of like blow the mist away, kind of clearing like a clear pathway, 20 to 30 feet out in front of you as you're moving down the path. And everybody's like really listening, for anything. You don't hear anything, you don't see anything until suddenly at one point you cast this gust and you see a cart. And Deckard, you notice it to be the cart that woman from the festival in Valaki was toting around, selling. Or you guys don't know she's selling her pastries from.
Oh, this is good.
Some shandy.
Juniper, you would be compelled to look at the crate for pies.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a welcome sight for me.
I love it.
Looks like we don't need 240 gold after all, guys.
Yeah.
We might have all the pies we
So-
need right now.
So do I see this? So you blew all this mist away, and like I'm standing right next to her, and I see it,
Uh-huh.
and you're with me too, right? Deckard looks at Alaric. Werewolf from raging. You're raging.
Everybody's
Bunch of angry guys.
And I look at Juniper. And he goes, Junie, let's go get you some pies.
All right. What are you gonna do?
And so where's the cart?
You guys are pretty far down, like almost toward the end of this map now. I'll just say the cart is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to knock you over.
There's a cart.
Oh,
Deckard.
there's the cart, and we're up here.
Well, you were following her. Whoever was.
Well, yeah.
People were following.
Okay, yep. So the cart's like
I said
we're within 30 feet of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, Alaric's following Deckard. So
Okay, so you guys all went. Everybody's.
I go, but I'm like, why do I seem like I'm not the crazy one right now?
So Deckard,
Oh, so I'm sorry. You three, when you see the cart and you remember the cart from the festival, you get super excited and you want to do nothing but check the cart out to see if there's any.
Investigate.
There's jumping up and down.
should invest.
Heard that in a perfect sparkle.
Do I see them doing that?
Yeah. Well, they're not doing anything yet. I'm just telling them that that's how they're feeling.
Okay.
And
So-
now you guys are all staring at this cart, and there isn't anyone by the cart. You don't see anyone pulling the cart, I should say.
so yeah, Deckard. There's no one pulling the cart.
No one pulling the cart.
There's no one sitting there.
Not now. Not pulling the cart.
She jumped ship.
So there's nobody.
They're to
Are there any
us.
horses?
Tracks.
It was a hand cart.
Oh, okay.
Do I
Cheese
sense or
bonus?
smell anything? Do I hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Brr.
Advantage if you get the.
So, perception, right?
+3.
Yeah, 22.
Oh, what do you smell?
Every
So you smell the very faint like smell of those pies, but not real strong.
Mothballs.
You don't smell an old lady, but you smell a humanoid
Where? Like,
in the vicinity by the cart.
can I tell? Oh, by the cart?
From the cart.
In the car, in the
Mm.
pie.
Deckard runs. Deckard just in a like predatory, like feral run.
underworld.
Because I run 45 feet now, so like it's like fast.
Yeah. Like
And
a
I-
war.
Like
Yeah.
All
Bolt.
fours.
To the back of the cart to open it up.
You spin around to the back of the cart and it is open, and there is a canvas bundle squirming around inside the cart.
I pull the canvas off.
It's a little boy.
I look around. Like, do I see anything? Anyone anywhere?
Nope. The kid looks absolutely terrified. I mean, his head's down, and he's like, and the bag opens, and he looks all confused, and he looks up and he sees a werewolf, and now he's super losing his shit.
With flaming hands.
Yeah. But he looks. He looks. He's muddy, and you can tell he's been crying and just fighting, maybe trying to get out of this bag.
When you say little kid, is it like 2 years old or
About
9 years old?
8.
It's all right, little fella. We're gonna get you out of here. And I come back to the group. I tell you guys, there's a kid in this. Got a kid back here in this here cart. We gotta find this room.
About the old lady.
Oh yeah, do I see any pies in the cart?
You don't. You see empty. You see like the wooden pallets that she would keep the pies on, but there are no pies.
He ate the pie.
I see.
Junie, Spargle, got some bad news. We're gonna have to take this windmill. You want any of those pies? So, because there ain't any in the cart. Just a kid in a cage.
I go to get the kid.
So clearly they sold the pies, and now they got a kid
Just like they
in
did
the
in
cart to bring back to make more pies.
Human trafficking.
You remember the parents sold the last one?
Yeah.
What, Sally?
Parents sold the last one. They got high and they had nothing to pay. So they traded their kid.
Has it been 2 months since I guess?
I would say that was back by the stone. By the
Yes.
stones. Yeah, I would say that's good.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
we had the
already
whole
an
Ragnar
interaction
talking.
with
Yeah.
the people. I climbed the building. We ran out. Yeah.
there.
But Thornton, when you walk up to this boy, your aura, he calms down and he looks at your medallion, and he says that the talking wolf said you to help me.
Yes. Yes, little boy. We're here to save you. And he's my friend.
Okay, that lady was really mean.
What else can you tell me, lad? Where did you come from?
Come from well, we were trying to leave Vallaki with my parents because it was on fire. Our house burned down. It was
Oh, it's a shame. Whoever did that, I hope they pay.
parents just
Did they sell you, boy?
and he gets really sad and he says they're making me come work with that lady.
Which lady? Who?
He's looking around and he looks at the cart and he goes, the old lady that they gave my mom the pies.
She ran off. Do you know where she went? Did you hear where she went?
No, I don't know where I am. I was just in this cart for a long time.
All right. Well, we're gonna save you, little lad.
Okay,
We're gonna take good care of you.
thank you.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay.
All right, get up.
He gets up.
Come with me.
He follows.
I lead him out of the wagon, and
He looks around at everybody else and is like, he's like just all of a sudden he sees a little gnome and a little fuzzy gnome, and he sees a werewolf. And he sees a giant dude. I mean, he's like, what the hell? Like,
Don't worry, there's one of my scrappy friends that I found here.
Have we
Thornton
like
to
the
him.
fancy children's clothes? Are we very well dressed now?
Oh, wait, you didn't put him on, did you?
Not yet.
While Thornton's talking to him, can I grab Spargle and try to whisper something to him?
Yeah.
Spargle, do you think the witch turned into a little kid?
Oh god. Kill him.
Where's the person pulling the cart?
I don't know. That she'd probably have to move pretty quick to get into a canvas bag and stuff.
You want me to kill the boy?
Wait a
I mean,
minute.
I think. I mean,
You a paladin?
I think you're right.
Yeah, you're gonna be going
You seem way too excited about that.
He turned it to Torgus.
We heard it stop to the time that we went over there and inspected it.
Yeah, how much time passed?
I mean, we're talking like 10 seconds or a minute.
Half a minute or something, because she said that, and Deckard was like, "Oh, hey, what?" And then you guys ran towards it.
Are there horses on this cart?
I mean, we have to be careful. Let's keep
No,
those
it's a
things
hand
out
cut.
of
It's
the
like
shop.
a rickshaw or whatever you call those things.
That's why I asked if like the detect magic was still
And
going.
I don't sense any tracks or anything.
Make a survival check.
Yeah.
It's a muddy road.
What's his name?
You see the tracks of the wagon coming from where it came,
16.
and you also notice this path that you're on has a lot of these tracks. Like this is a common sort of back and forth, but you don't see any fresh tracks. You don't see any additional new foot tracks from this area.
Deckard just takes off. Like Deckard, if you can't sense it from Deckard at this point, he's impatient. He's angry. Clearly, he's a giant werewolf, and he is literally just trying to kill something. Like so, you guys don't. You know, when he goes werewolf, he does lose an element of control.
Yeah,
Right?
like Hulk. Yeah.
Yes. So he's just like
The ring
looking. He is looking for something to destroy, and he runs back up to the front door.
And what about you as well with your rage? I mean, you didn't
Yeah.
get to punch anything, so is that going to now fade?
Probably.
You didn't get the punch.
How long does that last?
So he drinks another Monster Energy drink.
Yep. It just uses a rage charge. I keep my rage going as long as I attack something.
Got it.
You just got.
Can you?
I used it because I thought we were running to the front door and I'm
Yeah.
going to engage in combat. So I was like,
Yeah.
Drink a bang.
Well,
on the door.
how fast does everybody move?
25 for me.
Yeah, I'm not real.
You move
I move a lot.
Yeah.
25.
You're really fast right
Yeah,
now.
I move
Fast.
40 feet. 30 feet. I move 40 feet.
Where's that?
Plus, I can do some shit where I like
Yeah, it's
to move faster or something. I have a bunch of shit on 5e the same.
Yeah, all three of us are
I'm
25.
trying to play werewolf form. I'm trying not to meta. Like Deckard takes off for the front.
You know, I would probably follow him at
And-
this point.
So I'm 45 feet. I take off.
Okay.
I would say that Alarix. Yeah. Yeah. I would be following him. Not because I'm as bloodthirsty,
It's good stuff.
but I'm probably more so concerned with who was navigating this cart.
So are we
Why
leaving
did
the
they
kid in
just
the
disappear?
woods, or because I mean, Juniper would not be interested in caring for a child. If anybody would like to babysit, you can choose to do that. Juniper,
Maybe somebody should just tell the child to stay here or hide somewhere
Right in the woods.
and just be like, we need to figure out what's going on. Or maybe somebody should ask him who brought him here.
What's his name?
Except
Maybe.
the old
like-
lady, right?
But well, maybe we could get some more details out of him. Or,
Yeah, let's press him for some details.
although he was in a thing, so he couldn't see, right? And he was in a canvas bag. You said.
No, we'll ask him
Yeah.
like what his name is, like who are your parents, you know, things that only he would know. Like,
Yeah.
I'll kill him. Quiet. I'll just slit his
It
throat.
seems like he's bullshitting.
We'll slit him up. Yeah, cut him up.
What's your alignment?
Tell me to kill the boy.
He's
Lawful evil.
I've been with. If he's evil, I'm gonna kill him. I mean, that's the law, baby.
You suddenly hear your deity say, like, Thoradin, I don't think this is going to work
This is-
anymore.
fucking deities aren't talking to anybody.
Yeah, this place, we're cut off, man. I'm cut off.
That's right.
Give me a dark
right.
saber. I'm done with that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Deities can't see anything we do.
Yeah,
They
this
can't
place
see
is-
shit.
I'm an oathbreaker now. I'm changing my class. Skyrim music.
So Deckard runs to the front door.
Oh, okay.
Open up.
No, I blast that door.
Oh, here we go. This is the shit I came to fucking Ohio for. This is what I wanted.
Here we
babe.
go again.
Here we
2
go.
years ago.
It is.
You're next in line.
But we're close. We're not 300 feet away.
That's true. That's true.
It took me 6 turns just to get in the windmill. And I'm like, oh, here's a bag of gold. Give me my friend. And like, we're not interested. And then I lit something on fire, remember? And
But Deckard got set off. I mean, the genesis of this, Deckard just got set off by all the kid stuff.
oh,
Like bones and cages and
they fucking boned us on the second floor. You know, it's no good. Speaking of bones.
Great. Make a. Were you trying to forcefully burst through the front
blowing
door?
through the door.
Okay, just make a strength check.
Are there
Let's
blood
see.
stains on the floor on the first
I
floor?
have some kind of
Ragnar was the one that kind of looked in there. I don't know that he saw blood stains.
Just smelled really bad.
Any bone chunks or anything?
They said it smelled bad in the corner.
Are you good? You want me to take that?
What was the bad like? Was it
I got
like sour? Was it?
He said
like,
shit.
bitter? Oh,
Smells
shit.
like rotting fresh corpses and shit.
Oh, let's descriptive.
Oh, man.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, you know, like when somebody takes a shit and then they try to spray like
I have
cinnamon
an advantage
cinnamon
on
bun air freshener.
transform.
Cool.
I got peppermint
Whoa.
air freshener. It doesn't do anything.
Dang it. 7.
7 with advantage.
Yeah.
And add your modifier?
I don't have a strength modifier.
No, he doesn't. Did you roll 2 ones?
No, I rolled a 7 and a 1.
Oh, that's a 7.
Face first
Oh,
into
that
the
was
door.
big.
Yeah, so you come running up to the door like a, banshee, a werewolf, just crazy, and just slam up on it, and it kind of like shakes the door, and you just notice a sudden silence from inside.
And randomly, somewhere in Barovia, a door repair guy's like, I did a good job. I did a good job with that door.
I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Put that in a commercial.
Actually, the door repair guy's house just burned down, so he doesn't have any happiness right now.
Crash into this thing and
It might be his kid in his cart.
Ironically, he sold his kid
Yeah.
because he used all the money on pie.
Probably got paid in pies. Yeah, Deckard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Deckard like rams into this door, and it's like this raging monster like hits the door and is like shakes his head and then like kind of pauses, and then just reaches down and turns the doorknob and opens the door.
With his flaming hands.
Yeah.
Well, hold on one second.
The noise that makes too. It's nice.
That's cool looking.
Thank
Yeah,
Every practice roll I've made has been single digits tonight.
that's good.
Get them all out, right?
Yeah, you're burning him off.
Oh,
Oh, that was my 15.
All right, stop.
So
Stop.
stop,
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. It's like counting cards. You gotta.
Yeah. Do any classes have an ability where you can like re-roll a thing or burn a roll? Like,
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff like that.
There's fighters do a thing, right? Fighters when you roll.
This
No.
At the bottom there too. That's pretty.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
They
like
have
buffs you
actions
can get.
and then they have when you don't.
Riflers
you roll
are really creepy.
19, it's a crit.
They freak me out.
Or it's not a
Very
crit.
neat.
There's a lot of stuff that's like you can add like a D4 to your roll.
right? Yeah, I see a lot
That's
of
cool.
I don't know if there's anything that scratches them.
Yeah, you got it for me.
probably really cool
You
homebrews.
like assemble it
You're
yourself.
making your own classes.
But
Really?
Well, the Blood Hunter I'm playing,
It came
is
from a little wooden figurine too.
it's like Matt Mercer's.
From his yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. So it's probably pretty balanced.
Yeah, it's changed. It's changed since we started the campaign.
What?
My class.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Well, since we started Curse of Strahd,
yeah.
like all my abilities were different 2 years ago.
Oh really?
Not all of them, but like the way my class worked
Yeah,
was different 2 years ago.
yeah.
And then D&D Beyond like cleaned it up. I think Matt Mercer cleaned it up,
Yeah.
and then there were some changes.
So you does an 18 hit you right now?
Oof.
You suddenly feel a wave of just weakness come over you. After you hit the door and you slam off, you feel like just weakness. Like you feel like you like some of your strength has been sapped, and you just don't feel as you just feel like kind of shaky, almost like flu-like for just suddenly out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Are you pulling up D&D Beyond?
With that in mind, I try and break the door again.
Okay, you can do
So like if I'm feeling weak, I start testing my strength.
Is it locked?
I don't know, but I'm more concerned like if I started feeling weak, I start testing my strength.
Okay,
And
Yeah,
I
go
try
ahead and-
knock the door again.
go ahead and try that. Yeah,
Natural 20.
natural 20. Okay, so you managed to smash the door open.
Nice.
And
You still feel weak, but you
Okay.
you hit it really solidly. So
so I feel weak. When did I feel weak? Like at what moment did I feel weak?
seconds after you kind of slammed into that door and you were kind of regaining your composure.
How did it come over me? Like it just does it feel I mean so I didn't feel it when I got in within range of the tower. I felt it when I hit the door.
Yeah, you hit the door solidly the first time, but you just were running up too quick or something, whatever reason it didn't burst open. And then you kind of like took a breath, you were going to go for the doorknob or hit it again. And as you were in that moment, this just wave came over you.
Do I feel so I still feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel stronger as I step in the door?
Nope, not really.
Does it make me feel like I'm less effective? Does it make me feel like I might not be able to like if I'm feeling pumped up and ready to wreck something, is it making me feel like is it making me question my ability to fight?
It's questioning yeah. It's making you question your strength. Like if you walked into the gym and you're like, I can normally, pick up 250 pounds, you're like, I can't do that right now. That's
So
Because you stepped on the thing.
so I blow that door open
Yep.
and then I step back 30 feet and wait.
okay.
Does anything change?
You still feel the same. But you push the door open and kind of you're walking back. This floor's empty. There's no one in here right now.
And then I look back at the group. Is anybody doing anything?
I was still running up that point. I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah,
I think it would
I'm
make.
just slower.
I'm gonna hang with the boy, just because I don't want to just leave him alone
Maybe get him in the woods or something.
Maybe put him back in the cart.
by himself.
I mean, like,
Hide
he'll
him.
be safe in the cart.
No, she's not gonna. She needs them for pies.
Like, you're gonna take him.
Why don't I pull up the wagon?
Sure.
Would I be able to pull the wagon with my strength?
Mhm.
All right, little boy, what's your name?
Oh, he says my name's Ludo.
That's a funny name, kid, but Ludo, I need you to get back into the wagon and cover up in that canvas, and I'm gonna wheel the wagon up and you're gonna follow me. How does that sound?
I want to get back in there. You said you were gonna help.
All right, so you can help me wheel the wagon. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right, so you grab that end and I'll grab this end, and we're gonna follow my friends.
All right. He's pumped.
All right, Ludo.
He grabs the one side and
Is it
starts.
Ludo from Ocarina of Time?
There was a
You're thinking
little
of
labyrinth.
Princess.
Maybe. There was a guy. Who's the guy in Ocarina of Time who makes fun of you?
The labyrinth.
There's a dude when you're a kid.
Oh,
who makes-
Mido.
Mido.
Like,
Mido. Yeah, he's a
beastie
Oh
douchebag.
yeah.
Colorado.
He is. Yeah, Mido's a douchebag. Yeah. So me and Ludo. Oh, Ludo from Labyrinth. That's who you just.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I heard
I
that.
forgot that.
Yeah. All right, so we're wheeling it up.
Okay.
Is he hanging with me strength wise?
Yeah.
Oh, you're pretty strong for a human.
I mean, you don't feel like he's helping you a whole lot.
But he's
but
not hurt.
He's not hurting, and he's
For an
keeping
8-year-old, that's not bad.
He's keeping up, and yeah.
Not bad, boy. You're doing great.
Thanks.
So we're just gonna keep wheeling up the wagon.
Okay. So you guys can move yourselves up towards the
Giant werewolf.
yeah. Oof. Okay.
Put them all in different squares.
No, that's fine.
There was enough.
Yeah, there was. I'm a little concerned.
So
You all start.
Okay, she's gonna fireball us.
all right, leave him alone.
Chris, spread him out. Sparkle really quick.
I heard fireball, so let's spread them.
Gee. Oh, there's 3 of them. This is how it starts.
These women just suddenly.
We're
Have a pie?
coming to see you, friend. We're coming to see you.
Yeah, she doesn't actually.
We're coming home.
These 3 women, though, as Deckard pulls back and the rest of the group comes up, they just suddenly appear, all standing right next to each other. The oldest woman, the one that you had seen in the Valaki Square, the one with the pie, is standing in the middle, and the 2 what look like younger women, they just materialize in front of you. And the one in the middle looks to the other 2, and she goes, "Now," and she goes like this. And lightning bolts come out.
Can I do a whatchamacallit?
Yes, please do that.
As a
Always do it.
reaction, can I? Yes. Can I?
Imagine if he wasn't in the group.
Oh, this campaign would have been over 2 years ago.
Years ago, way before him.
Way, we would have been with him. We would have all been chilling.
Juniper would have been stuck here by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this will be a level 4 spell. So what does that do?
Yeah, that it's just negated.
It just negates it.
Yeah, we're stronger since you met us last time, you old wench.
All right. So roll for initiative.
Yes, here we go.
16. Oh,
15 for me.
18.
24 for me.
20 for me.
24. 24. 20.
18.
18 as well.
You got 24.
Draw math with
I
one.
rolled a 19.
You said 18 as well, June.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I get.
I'm
it is
20
that
dex.
Alaric, what'd you get?
21. 18 plus 3 is 21. Let's do it.
Well, that's a part of Deckard's motivation as well.
What?
Yeah. Another reason that he's raging is because he is here to avenge Deckard or Blackwood.
There you go.
That's what's been motivating me since I saw bones in the window.
Are they my bones?
I had no idea.
There's a lot of bones.
Yeah,
But
second.
I think Alaric was like, what if that's although you guys
It's true.
works for it?
Bone dust.
So you've seen that.
They just
Oh, yeah.
carried you upstairs and
I've seen all of
swept around.
So you're up, Deckard.
So this chick tries to shoot some lightning.
Well,
I see this lightning.
you didn't see. No, you guys didn't. So I
so-
should have. What I should say is she started casting a spell, and then he would say that he counterspelled it. You guys didn't know what the spell was.
So, but she walked up and said, "Now."
No.
She said now, and you could tell she was doing something.
Yeah.
and that sparkle.
So Deckard goes,
stopped her.
That's right,
No.
bitch. Now. And he takes off. Farrell charging towards her, dives in, and just jumps up in the air and comes down with like a flaming claw
Okay.
to hit the one in the middle.
Going right for it.
Where's that? Matt's phone. That's perfect.
So
This is revenge for you, man.
I got to use my iPad because I had to go feral. So now everything changed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. See, D&D Beyond's a good thing.
It is. All right. Well, and I didn't have this when we started this character. They've updated it since we started this that now I can like change back and forth.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, so this is first. I'm gonna roll my physical damage. It is
I like how there's
it's bludgeoning or slashing, my choice. So I'm gonna do bludgeoning.
I like how
One.
there's these
So,
lady
no, I do,
figurines, and there's just like
Man.
7 damage physical.
Seven.
Yep. And then my Crimson Right. And then my attacks are considered magical
Okay.
for damage. Or no. Yeah.
Which attacks?
Hang on. So hang on. Yeah. So additionally, when you have an active Crimson Right on your unarmed strike and hybrid form, your unarmed strikes are considered magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks.
Got it.
So this is my Crimson Right damage. 6. So I did 7 physical, 6 Crimson Right damage.
Is there a recycling or garbage pail that I should
Right down that hallway.
like?
So what was the total?
So a total of 13 damage.
Okay.
Then as a bonus action, I attack with my other hand, which is a part of my trait being werewolf. 23.
That hits.
So this is the slashing or bludgeoning damage. 12 damage.
Is this magical as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And then this is Crimson Right damage. This is also magical. Another 6. And then I use my extra attack, my other main hand. So 21 to hit.
That hits.
So this is the physical. 11 damage. And then this is my Crimson Right damage. Oh, roll this one. 1 damage. Magical.
All right.
I'll let you describe it if you want to.
Yeah. So you come up and just
Yeah.
like real fast series of blows, and there's like fire kind of sparking out. Everybody is amazed that this woman isn't like cut in half. This old frail looking lady, right? And but she takes a bunch of slashes across her, across her bodice and rips up her clothes a little bit and stuff.
Now she didn't take damage the last time we fought her, right? Our shit was just deflecting off of her.
Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was all physical stuff we tried to hit her with, right?
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Do I still feel weak?
Mm-hmm.
use cutting words, make her feel physical stuff's not working. So humiliate.
All right. Is that it?
How far did I have to? Yeah, I'm right in her face.
Okay. Jack, Alaric, you're up.
Grass, sea bass.
This fight's been 2 years in the making.
It has to. This is great.
So I mean, a lot. These squares are what? I mean, I can make it up to them.
I think we're there 5 feet.
They
You
could be
decided.
40 some. Okay, so I can make it up to them. I would probably just run up. I think at this point, I probably have stowed my weapon, so I'd be like redrawing Horn Guard as I run up, right next to Deckard, trying to attack the same one he hit. And I would start with my my Blood Rage, my Wild Surge rather. So let me do that.
So many.
So what did I do with the? Did I put that on? Okay, then. So that's sorry, 1 sec. Right, so. Okay. You kind of just hear a scream come out from Lark. Nothing real visual about what happens. And he's going to. Am I moved up there? Did you move?
Yeah, I
No,
Okay.
oh,
And I'm just gonna take an attack at her.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack recklessly. What is that here?
I'm gonna find your skull, Illidan, and I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna res you. I'm gonna be like Illidan.
Sorry.
I think he consumed it, didn't he?
Did he?
Consume it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Use a fork in it.
I'm gonna consume your skull.
Thing
20
piece by piece.
3 to hit.
That hits.
What's a warlock?
Okay.
I'm just gonna consume his skull.
Yeah.
They resurrect me, but I'm already inside.
I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Later on, I need to debrief with you on how you feel about how Shadowlands played out.
You know what? I don't even know what happened. I didn't even follow anything. I was that turned off by it.
Or
I'm that turned off by the story.
I got caught up in when I was in Mexico. I had time to
I need
14
to,
slashing.
you know, for
Okay.
dragon fight, but
This is with what weapon?
Greatsword.
Vladimir Hornguard's thing.
Yes, sir.
The reason I've been so bold is because I've been counting on our mini raid bot to be able to support us.
that's a fair expectation.
Well, I mean, I'm trying. And I think that's all I can do because my rage was a bonus action. I had my movement, I had my attack. I don't. Oh, that's right. Or wait a minute. Don't I always just get an extra attack all the time now at this point? I do. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. That's
What is
sorry.
resistance? Does that have you take half damage resistance when you have resistance to something?
Yeah.
But I don't get advantage on that. So that might miss. 17 to hit.
Miss.
That's it for me.
Hey Siri, deactivate low power mode at this time.
The woman that you two are attacking, she's Deckard slashes her up, and then Alara comes running up and swings his sword at her. She's looking like really annoyed and kind of grimacing as all these blows are hitting her. And then she just kind of looks at both of you and vanishes.
Do you have a mark on him?
I used to. Got the mark on the wolf guy.
Your turn, Thorgan.
That's right.
You get it. You only have one that you can place at a time.
I can get into range of them, right? We're is it
Let's see. You're
5, 10, 15?
where are you at?
The big flaming axe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get there. You can get right behind Deckard and
All right, I'm just gonna move 10 feet forward, if I may. Thank you.
I'll take this off because this is kind of.
Oh, I have to touch. Okay.
You said you have a werewolf one over here? Dan?
or a wolf. It might not be a werewolf, but there's a wolf of some sort. Look around.
So I'm actually gonna. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna go up to right behind the Lark, and I'm gonna just touch his back, and I'm gonna cast protection from energy on him.
Okay.
And that for the duration, the willing creature you touch has resistance to 1 damage type of your choice: acid, cold, fire, thunder, or lightning. So I'm gonna do lightning, and he'll have resistance to lightning. He'll also have +2 for save throws because he's in my aura of protection, and he can't be frightened. So,
Cool.
like my father used to say, it's like horses. I get it now.
All the time.
My dad used to say that. God.
Hey, Deckard, I forgot to tell you, you can make a Constitution save.
So I'm going to use 1 spell slot for protection of energy.
Yep, we got it.
And no, it's okay. It's really fine. That's an action, and then I'm going to use a bonus action
River. No,
It's kind of like a werewolf.
Um,
What is it, a knoll?
Yeah, it looks like a knoll, kind of.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
and I cast Searing Smite.
So what is that?
On talent,
With a
so
bonus section?
I pull talent out, and I actually hold this medallion because I feel like I can channel holy energy from this. So I hold talent, I hold the medallion, and you just see both hands glow like white hot. And there's an aura. And so Searing Smite is next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon flares with white hot intensity, and the attack deals an extra 1d6 to the target and causes the target to ignite in flames. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, the spell ends. If the target or creature within 5 feet uses an action to put out the flames, or if some other effect douses the flames, spell ends.
Got it. Okay.
I'll make my
You
constitution.
can remind me of that stuff. Yep.
Yeah. 6.
6. Okay.
Oh, I don't like what is affecting me right now. This is-
Yeah, that first round would have been way different if it wasn't. And you noticed that, like as you were hitting him, you're like, I'm hitting her solid, but you just felt weak through all your blows. Anything else, Thornton?
That's it for me.
Okay, Juniper, you're up.
All right, so Juniper is going to move forward a little bit. About there, she kind of scurries forward and tries to hide along whatever underbrush she can see, and she takes her fingers and does the wiggly thing, and you see a cylindrical storm cloud begin to form overhead. And she furrows her very overgrown brows together, and down comes a lightning bolt, like right about there. Hopefully 5 feet away from my allies.
You can aim it. I mean, if you can you land it? In a way
Yeah, I'm
that-
like trying to
Yeah,
get it
you-
right between
I have to
them.
make a deck save. I'll make a deck. Is
You
it a
have
deck save?
protection against lightning anyway. It is a deck save.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has protection against lightning?
Didn't you give him?
No, I give it to him.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Okay, so he's got protection, but if I have to make a deck save, that's fine. I'm good at those.
I can make a deck save.
I don't think it's within
I wish I had that, dude. You sound
Voice is perfect.
I should be able to like hit it maybe here and not hit you
Okay.
guys at all. Yeah. And then just hit this.
See what the
On the
DM
other
says. He could be, he could be a tough fuck.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
So right now I'm trying to use call lightning.
Uh-huh.
And whenever it strikes, it has like a 5-foot range that it hits, right? Everything within its range has to make a DC 15 test.
dude, he's
So what I'm trying to do is hit my little lightning strike with a bit more precision, slightly behind the 2 older ladies, and then the
You can't hit
center.
them both.
I saw her.
Okay, so I have to pick one of the
Very
other.
low.
Okay, so I'll hit it right behind the lady.
Yeah, because there's more than 5 feet
Between them?
between them.
Okay.
So this is
I
like,
got choked.
so they're more like on center. They're more
I
like,
got
Okay,
choked.
so I'm gonna like keep between.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's
So then I'm gonna
He's got
hit.
hair.
I looked at Aaron.
right behind her, so you don't
Yeah.
hit him, but
I
you.
saw him.
Okay,
Like he's
that's cool.
Hairier
So
like
she has to make a what? He's
A dex
he's-
15.
I got a little tripped up.
He's a man.
She failed.
I picked him up.
Roll
I'm like, how
5d.
heavy are you? And I'm like, are you really this real? I picked him up.
that.
Well,
He's like, I'm like
Right.
100.
He got down to me, hugged me from behind. And
Yeah, that's a fun roll.
I,
Yeah, I know.
It'll make you see your dice.
First.
Right.
Like, remember when you throw up in your mouth? Like, how can I forget?
Still taste it every day. Oh,
I still taste it every day.
so what did you just roll? How many dice?
28.
Oh, I love when Amber rolls. It's when Amber rolls.
Yeah, can we roll all the d20s?
Amber's just like 7,000 lightning damage. I'm just kidding.
All right. Yeah. So this lightning comes down, and you guys up in the front lines there see this like cloud form suddenly right above her, and this big arc of lightning come down and blast through this woman who looks pretty shocked. Nice.
Did she pull the cloaked person?
I don't think I would.
I think.
It's only a
Wow,
5-foot
so
range.
much. Did she pull the stealthy?
Did you
With this
have
AoE?
anything else to do?
Nope.
No, she moved. She cast her spell. That's all she has.
Sparkle, it's your turn. All right. Let's see here.
Okay. Beanbag chair.
On.
Hi.
How are you?
Breakfast girls.
How old is River now?
Next will be 7 this year.
Dude, she and Winston are getting old, man. So the first thing I noticed was her gray right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because Winston's getting the same stuff.
How old is she?
He's 6. So like she and River are like the same age.
Okay, so I run forward, and as I'm running forward, I reach into my thing and I pull out the rocks, and there I say,
Every time.
and you see me doing a thing. They glow as I'm holding them, like like bluish light kind of comes from them, and then he just throws them forward, and they go flying towards, and I'm gonna have, and it's let's see,
So what is this spell that you're casting?
animate.
Animate objects or whatever?
So I'm gonna have all 10 of them are gonna hit this old crone on or attack the crone on the right.
She's gonna counterspell that.
Ooh.
Okay,
So
Ooh.
what level is it?
it is a level 5. You should still go.
DC 10 plus the spell's level.
These have been like battle of the counter spells.
I feel like I'm playing Magic the Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast a spell. No, you're not. I'm gonna cast a spell. No, you're not.
Now,
Oh, she gets her spell casting ability without it. So she's got to beat a DC 15, right? Because level 5 plus 10 is that how it works?
yeah.
She beat it. 24.
What's that?
Well, so look for that. Nothing I can do.
Sorry, dude.
I actually got really brain. You said you were got
Any drinks or anything?
Yeah, he's not ready.
I have to read that.
Okay.
So my brother used to do that shit to me. He'd come home.
And then that same one. That one that Juniper hit with lightning, she's going to cast lightning across that group, which
What happened with Sparkle's attack? You got counter?
Counterspell.
If I can break this,
Yeah.
run me up.
Do I have something to look at?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Dude, this is making me fun for Obi-Wan.
Okay. So yeah, so she
Yeah.
she doesn't move. She stands there right with you right in front of her. And she'll cast her lightning bolt.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay. Level 5.
Then I have to roll.
They say it's called Duel of the Fates because if
You get to add your spell
if
casting.
Qui-Gon lived, Anakin would have had the father figure that he always needed.
Yeah,
And he wouldn't have became a Sith.
Yes. Sparkle.
But
team plus
Qui-Gon
yeah.
did die.
Yeah, buddy.
So Obi-Wan
Yeah,
became
so
the
same thing.
master.
It's like this back and forth.
Dude.
He did, but he didn't look at him as a father figure.
I love having a mage in my
He
party.
looked at him as an older brother. Qui-Gon was the father figure because he was much older.
I'm gonna forget that moment. Like I'm pacing back and forth and how you're looking at the food in my face.
Yeah, it's so true. When Darth Maul's look, it's so true though. It's so true.
Now, are you familiar with Star Wars Rebels? Like, do you know?
Yeah.
So you don't
I
know?
know that he comes back.
That one.
I've watched the fight.
Do you know what happened? to Obi-Wan?
She sees all this happening.
No, that's what I'm telling you. Star Wars Rebels.
They shouldn't. He got cut in half and fell down. He was caught.
People who are familiar with the Sith, they can do things that Jedi can't.
So she shot a lightning bolt. Sparkle blocked it.
Yep. And then the other one, who was the one that greeted Ragnar at the door, she starts staring at Sparkle, irritated that this just happened. and her eyes turn black. Like just almost like
Oh.
oil kind of like flows into her
I'm
eyes
done.
and fills
I
it
need cookies.
If
completely.
you're making an attack
can't.
roll at all, let me know.
Okay.
Because I know these are spells, so I know sometimes there's not an attack roll. So if you're making an attack roll, before you roll, let me know.
Okay.
Oh, we could have pretzels. I could take the Ravenloft guy. Whatever you want. It's all up for grabs.
Also, when someone casts a spell, when one of these women casts a spell, is there a way that we know if they're concentrating on a spell?
Yeah, they have a cash bar over there.
Like, are they incanting something? Are they doing something to?
Maybe in some cases, but not generally.
Like,
So, because what I'm trying to figure out is like, I have an ability that like makes it so someone concentrating on a spell has disadvantage on Constitution saving throws, but I don't know how to not meta
Yeah, there's really no way to
that
tell.
they're concentrating. So I don't know how to use that
are you
ability.
done with your
without
candy?
metaing.
You still having your candy?
No, I had a couple of pretzels. They're delicious.
That's a good question.
Which makes me regret taking you.
And then where do you go?
Punch.
Bathroom. Okay.
Maybe he's taking a shit.
There it is.
Hey, you got to make a wisdom savings throw, and I'll tell you why.
Me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, all right.
You guys are having like a Harry Potter Voldemort fucking wand battle.
Who's got the other one?
There's much cooler in the book.
I believe that.
The movie still sucked.
The whole thing.
Wisdom, you said?
Yeah.
Deathly Hollows? For all of them.
I think they all were mediocre at best.
My favorite one is Footprint.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They kind of peaked with that. Yeah, peaked.
Prisoner? Something?
3 and 5 of them best movies.
Was Prisoner?
That was 3.
That for yeah. That
Chamber is 2.
That one I like. It was weird.
What'd you say you rolled?
Like they were all.
13.
I just
13? You fall asleep.
It's kind of mad.
yeah.
Oh, so what happened right before that though was the
Yeah.
one on the right, not the one that you counterspell, the other one. She looked over at you after counterspelling her friend over there, and her eyes just filled with like inky blackness and went completely black as she stared at you, and you just immediately fell asleep.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Ragnar. Hi.
So, what do I notice? Do I see like what the witches are doing? Am I able to see from there?
You see you saw the counters, you saw them like casting spells and Spargle and them going back and forth and stuff like that. You saw the one get blasted by lightning.
All right. How far away from the cart am I?
The cart? Did you guys move the cart when you dragged
Is this
it
the
out?
cart?
Yeah, that was the cart. Did you take it with you like? Is
You
it
have the little boy and Brandon.
right by you guys? Okay.
I would have
Can
been carrying it the whole time until combat started.
And then you told the kid to stay back and he's by the cart
Yeah,
and you ran
like
forward.
stay back. You know, this is dangerous.
Yeah, the kid's like hiding behind the cart at this
Yeah.
point.
Can I grab the burlap sack that was in the cart?
Yep, you can go grab it. That would take like an interaction. You could move 10 feet over there, grab it, and then you have 15
It's
more
like
feet.
it's like 10 feet away from me. Okay.
Around the back of it, maybe 7-10 feet.
All right, then forget that. I'm gonna just rush up. I'm gonna use my dash to get as close to the closest one, I guess.
Okay.
Like that one?
Yeah, is that the one that's? Do I notice that she's
Yeah,
got
that's
a
the
weird
one that
look?
got blasted by lightning.
Oil eyes.
Oh,
No, the other one's got the oil eyes.
This
okay.
one.
I was gonna say I want to see if I'm near oil eyes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start taking swings at this.
Well, if you dashed, you used your action.
Oh, okay. So then I'm just gonna do that.
You
Then.
need to? What is your movement?
My movement is 25.
You don't.
Yeah, you don't have to dash to get up there.
You're good.
But he did go through the
He didn't do it.
The
He
cart?
Didn't,
Oh,
he didn't
you-
do that.
you
He
did
So
decided
once I knew how far away it was, I decided not to.
25 parks you like on right?
You didn't have to dash to get there.
Yeah. So you got
Okay.
your attack or whatever.
All right. Well, if it's not If I can still attack. If not, if I used it, that's fine too.
Hang on.
I can't really
Right?
see the
Or did
board,
you
but
move it?
The cart came
How
with
far
us
can you move?
up until combat.
25.
It was
25.
right. Okay, you're good. You can
Okay.
you can take your attack.
Then I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna take
Oh,
start
I-
taking swings.
Cool.
All right. 24. Does that hit?
That hits.
Ten damage.
Yeah, 11 level.
Oh,
10, you
actually 12 damage because I get the +2 for my dueler.
You built.
Get like a warrior protection.
Like that.
Seeing how
There's anyway next week.
I don't expect to use it. I just drove to look at like super rude. Why not fire these?
So is he good?
These witches killed outside.
Folks,
It was right next to this figure. That's why.
second wind.
All right. So that hit.
All right. So it was 12 damage.
Got it.
Okay. I'm gonna take another swing at her.
All right. This was Shatter Spike, right?
Yep.
Nice.
28. Does that hit?
That hits. Jesus.
He was by the wagon, I think.
Like when we
11.
did this fight.
11 more.
Hope you feel.
All right.
Yeah,
Can you do anything else?
Shut up.
Probably not.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah, so Ragnar hits that one on the left with Shatter Spike twice solidly. She looks
Minimal.
really mad. Yeah.
She looks really bad.
Well, she looks torn up a little.
Little haggard.
Yeah, a little haggard. Deckard's your turn.
My turn. So this witch that was in front of me disappeared, right? I'm still feeling weak.
Yes and yes.
So I turned to black-eyed lady.
Well, the
And-
black-eyed lady's on the right. I might have said that
Oh,
wrong.
my bad.
Either one.
So yeah, I turned the black-eyed lady over.
Okay.
Took a shot at my boy Spargle. And just go to town. Let me double check something. Hang on.
Punch her right in the shits.
Yeah, always.
Okay. I'm good. If I get below half health, something changes at the start of every my turn. So, just as a heads up, if I start my turn with fewer hit points than half my hit point maximum,
You keep a track of your hit points?
yes.
Okay.
I have to succeed on a DC 8 wisdom saving throw or move towards the nearest creature and use the attack action.
Okay.
So, like,
Is that
I kind
nearest
of lose
enemy or
control.
nearest creature.
the nearest creature. So, like, if I'm under half health and my turn starts, like, because I'm losing control, I may attack more.
Oh, that's
Oh, good.
That's what we need.
What's that?
We need people defecting. Right?
Yes.
You know that?
Tell them.
Is sleep
So,
considered
alright. Sorry. Natural 20. Ooh.
Nice. So roll your bonus damage.
So what? Is that like the same? Roll the bonus
So on
damage
your
first.
first attack, you roll your base
So I roll 2d6.
without the modifiers. If it's is it 2d6 is the attack?
1d6 is the attack.
Then you roll 2d6.
Got it. Okay. So 8 damage plus 6, so 14 damage.
And this is to the black, the
Yeah,
oil eyes lady. What'd you say again?
14.
14.
And that ignores that's magical and for the purposes of overcoming resistances. And then my crimson right damage is 3. So another 3 damage. So a total of 17.
Okay.
And then I use my bonus action to attack with my other hand. Another natural 20.
Jesus.
Did you?
I wish I was not weak right now. So 2d6s. So 11. So 17 damage. No. Yeah, 17 damage on that. And then another d6.
Is that the
So another 3, so 20 damage on that one.
Is that extra one because of the fire?
Yeah. And then my extra.
And this is all magical damage, right?
Yes.
None of it's. Yep.
It ignores resistances, I guess is the best way to put it. And then my extra attack. 26.
Jeez. That's
8 damage. and then another, so 10 damage total.
I need an adding machine. For your fucking
Yeah.
turns.
I think it's
Plan on walloping.
remember, I'm feeling weak though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a little different if you weren't. I mean, you're kicking ass. I mean, you're doing a lot of damage. Okay. Alaric, you're up.
Do I get another saving throw?
It's after their turn, not yours.
Got it.
Am I right by oil eyes as well?
Yep.
Right? Like
Correct.
that's
Right in front
that's
of you.
still in my melee. Like I don't even need to move at this
Yep.
point.
Yep.
You got it. I missed. What did I roll? I rolled a 16. I rolled a 16 and I missed on my second attack, right? Did. I'm just talking out loud. You don't have to tell me.
That's okay.
If you rolled a 16, you did miss.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
So this time hit.
I did the first time. I'm going to attack recklessly again. Sure. Possibly 17 to hit.
That hit.
Yeah.
Well, now we know. Sorry.
Well, it depends. It won't always be that way, but it hit this time.
Okay. So that is 6 plus 7 is 13. 13 plus 3 is 16. So 16 slash, what did I say? Slashing piercing damage?
This is oil eyes. I'm sorry, which one you're attacking?
Yes.
Yeah, this is-
Slashing damage.
How much?
It's 16 slashing damage.
That's all magical, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, what? No, I'm sorry. Magical. What?
With Tornguard's weapon? Your greatsword?
Oh, is that considered magical?
Mhm.
Oh, it is?
Any like
It's-
plus something weapon is magical.
Oh, but it's still slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
magical
Okay,
slashing damage.
got it. Then yes.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to make another attack. Reckless. This is just going to be a regular attack.
You can only do one reckless, right? Your first attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's a 24.
That hits.
24 to hit.
That hits. That one.
Oil eyes.
She does.
Because she's taking damage, right?
Mhm.
She's okay.
Yeah, but I wait until after they roll all.
17 damage. 17 magical slash.
Say it again.
17.
17.
And I think that's actually no, I just get extra attack. That doesn't count as anything. I think I want to do one more thing. I'm like right next to
Gordon and Deckard.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
You're right behind me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use bolstering magic on Thoradin.
Ooh, what does that do?
So for 10 minutes, the creature that I targeted can roll a D3 whenever making an attack roll or an ability check, and add that number to the D20.
Ooh.
So basically, it just means when you're rolling a D20, you can add a D3 to that D1 for 10 minutes.
So a D what?
The D20.
D20.
Now you can add what to that?
A D3.
What's a D3? Is there a 3-sided?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like that.
Oh, the D4.
Oh, this is a D4.
You roll a 1d6.
No, that's a D4, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a
Then
D4.
you just do roll
You have to-
1d6.
You're right.
1d6
Yeah, you
and
take
then
half of
add
each.
six.
Oh, you roll. Got it. So for a D3, you roll a D6.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah, that was. Do that. I used to have to do that.
Yeah, with your rogue.
Something like that. I used to have to do a D3 all the time.
All right, you good?
Yep, that's it for me.
Okay. After you barrage that one, her eyes are no longer black.
Ooh.
Thank you for barraging her.
Yeah, I removed the oil stains.
This
stuff
woman-
uses a D20.
Say it again?
My stuff uses D20. Just my
snap.
Anytime you're rolling these
Sneaky.
initiative
And she casts
spell.
Just for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, for the next 10 minutes. So it's like 10 rounds.
So I used to do that.
What did she count?
Anybody doing anything before she casts the spell?
I'm assuming I'm still asleep, right?
One
Yeah.
use thing. Just means.
So I
The next
go like
one.
this.
I can do that. Add that to it.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I don't think I have anything that I can do as far as a reaction.
Okay. Cool.
She's gonna cast lightning bolt.
I'm so fat.
No, you know.
I have a bowl of peanut butter filled pretzels, cookies, and Doritos.
But how often do you do that?
Like,
Fatness isn't measured by one shot deals, it's measured by over time. It's like velocity versus speed. Right? So like you're fat if you do that all the time.
I do this all the time. That's the problem.
You tried to say it.
All right, so Thoradin and Deckard and Alaric, you have to make a dex save.
Dex save. Okay.
And so does the oil-eyed
I
lady.
was just gonna ask you that. Yeah, so her old.
So I'm making a dex save.
They don't care.
He doesn't. Yeah.
21. 21 for me.
And wait, but they are an aura of protection, so +2. So your savings throws.
So when we re-roll this, we just add 2.
2.
You too.
Didn't he have something else though from that power
Bolster.
resistance
To lightning.
Yeah. So what does that do for him?
Half damage, the lightning spells. And I'll roll my dexterity. It's gonna be
Let me use the dice roll.
+6. 24.
What?
24 on the deck save for Gordon.
It's a good roll to have, I think.
He's quick. Gordon's very quick. He used to be very
you roll?
slow. 24.
So you all saved.
Right. So
Where's
this old
the-
bitch is going down. Things changed since the last time we were here, you wench.
We didn't talk about
So
you guys smoke cigarettes.
you all take 28 damage.
Wait, I didn't tell you my roll.
Oh, I thought you
Didn't you
saved.
say?
You added +2 and shit to it. I thought it was like 20 something.
I was in the process. I rolled a 10.
Oh, sorry.
I just wanted to. I'm sorry.
The deck save should be on the front page, top left.
I thought you had
Yeah,
20.
so it's no. It should have been a 17.
With my aura of
17
protection.
does not pass. So you all. So
Oh,
you have.
plus- I'm
plus
sorry.
two.
Plus another 2, so 19.
So that passes.
Sorry.
So you two
Gotcha.
take 28 lightning damage,
Okay.
and you take 14.
Wait, I rolled a 22.
Okay,
I don't
so
think
That was
Okay.
half of the damage.
Yeah.
28's half?
jeez,
Yeah, we gotta do some work here.
We do.
I need to do one thing real quick. So this was not an attack.
It was a spell.
This was a spell.
Thoradin, you're up.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
I
I didn't
some
get
shit
hit
ready
with an
for it.
attack roll.
What's that?
I didn't get hit with an attack roll.
No.
Okay. It's just because that's part of my rage right now, so I wanted to make sure because that was like an AOE spell or something. Is
Yeah,
what
it was a
you're saying?
spell. It was a spell.
Okay.
Just a spell.
Yeah.
And the previously oil-eyed lady
I did what I
Um,
call
Did
D&D
you?
Beyond.
Did you? Oh.
also blasted pretty good. And she screeches and she says, Margantha, watch out. I'm back here.
Oh,
I'm not allowed.
I'm not stopping anybody from getting space.
I'm not allowed anymore.
I have her on a full lock to not be able to disable me from eating food.
Really?
So
Did I ever tell you about the night you had 3 entrees?
Nothing wrong with that, buddy.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Zero
Thank
thanks.
you.
As long as it's Applebee's 2 for 20.
Oh. All right, so the sword is glowing. And I cast it at the 3rd level. So it's if I'm going to use 2 charges of Divine Smite as well. So this is going to be a mollywop of an attack.
Who are you going after? You're not
Old
in main-
oil eyes.
You gonna move over to her?
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Okay.
All right, old oiled eyes.
She looks the worst, by the way.
You're gonna look even worse. when this Iron Hill dwarf is done with you. So I'm gonna swing my sword. And I'm gonna use my +2, so it's gonna be +10 on this roll.
Now you only burn those charges if you miss or if you hit.
Oh, that's good to know.
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's great.
Yeah.
16. I get an extra attack because that's just what we do. We get extra attack.
Was that? That's 16 or
That's a 4, isn't it? That's a 14.
Oh, it's 4. Oh, it's 28. Got it.
What?
Oh wait, and then I get the +2 from his thing that he gave me. The what was that called? Magic.
A D3?
Magic
You have to
Pulse
roll
thing?
a D3 on a D20.
What was my first roll? I don't mean to write retcon. I just
Your
forgot.
first roll was a
First roll
16.
was 6.
16.
Wait,
Because I have a +10. No, I have a +8. And then what do I have a +2?
Yeah. You get to roll a D. Yeah, you need to roll a D6 and take half of it on that first one.
No, it was +10. It was 16.
But you didn't roll. You didn't add the D3.
No, I just added 2. But
Because he added the 2 from.
if I rolled a D3, I couldn't have.
I'm sorry, I'm not following.
Yeah,
So
so
instead of rolling a D3, you just added 2.
I just added 2, and it was a
So that was
16.
16.
Unless it was a 17, I couldn't. Unless the check is a 17.
It could have been. So roll the
I rolled a
D6.
D6.
Yeah, don't add just 2. Roll the D6. If you get a 6, you hit her.
The 1.
You didn't hit her.
All
Okay.
right.
And you get a second
All
attack.
right. Okay. Yeah.
Or
Because
did you roll that already?
I did roll that. It was a 4. So even if I did get the 3, it would be set.
Yeah. So you're out.
It would be. I couldn't do it.
Okay.
It would be a 15 tops. All right.
Good theatrics, but not a.
That's okay. That's the story of my life. I do have a bonus action I could use, right?
Yep.
Let's see what I could do.
Juniper, you're up next.
Can't believe 56 damage is what would have come on that lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt's pretty nasty.
She's got to be out of those high level spell slots.
I hope so.
You
Because
get
you
a
countered one,
She
potentially.
use yeah.
That's insane.
With the second one.
A
A lot of damage to everybody.
Lay on hands. Do we know if that's a bonus
I
action?
halved it and got hit by.
it should say it on this.
I don't think it is. I think that's an action.
I succeeded.
As an action, yeah. Aid. Aid is an action. Damn.
Yeah, your
Um,
bonus actions are mostly spells that you can concentrate on and Misty stuff.
I'm gonna put Misty Step on. Hunter's Mark on this one.
You're not concentrating on Searing Smite anymore.
Oh, those are both concentration spells, right? They are. All right, so I'm done.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah, he's right. Hunter's Mark is a concentration, and Searing Smite is concentration. I can do one or the other. I'm gonna hold my Searing Smite.
You're gonna keep concentrating on that. Okay,
Yep.
that's cool. All right, Juniper, what's up?
I think I changed my mind.
If this window ends up being the end of our campaign,
I'll save up
You
next time.
just went for.
I'm just gonna do the lightning bolt again,
Okay.
She's in pain. She's in pain though. She's hurt.
and I'm gonna aim it for right behind Oily Eyes.
Okay.
Sylvanas will pay for what she's done. She murdered my
So she has to make a DC Dex.
I would do that.
Gray Maid.
Yeah, great me. Great.
Although I'm
Right.
so
Okay.
A 9.
Doesn't
That's good. Good news for that.
Oh, so many numbers. Not a lot.
This is actually a
that's a 10.
That's a 10.
15.
Oh yeah, if it's a 0, it's a 10. That's a good thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right?
19 plus 9.
28.
28
28.
electrical damage,
Yeah.
whatever it is, lightning damage.
So Jennifer kind of does the same thing as before, where she wiggles her fingers at the sky, and all of a sudden, a zappy bolt comes out and hits the old Oil Eyes, and it electrifies her, kind of like you see in cartoons, where you can just see the X-ray of her for a second.
Nice.
Wile E. Coyote shit.
Yeah, I mean, the bitch has got to go down. Right? I mean, that's
The way this Yeah. No. So it blasts the shit out of her. There's smoke coming out of her ears. Her eyes are all kind of bug-eyed and like crossing over, and that's the second time in 2 seconds she's gotten blasted by electricity. One by her friend and one by you. She looks kind of messed up and really frazzled. Anything else you can do? Do you want to move or anything?
Yeah, I do want to move.
So hoping for more than frazzled. Broads are tough.
Right about there.
Imagine if you had
So the way this reads is you sleep forever.
Forever? Is
I
sleep?
mean, there's no save or anything.
Is that its own condition, or is it considered like? Oh, okay.
I think it is. Let's see.
You can't like wake him up with smelling salts or something.
I didn't say that. I'm saying there's just like until that.
Oh, right. Oh, right. There's not.
Hint,
Yeah.
hint.
There's no
Somebody's got to
so
go.
concentration.
Well, if
It
somebody
doesn't
like
matter.
slap him and wake him up, then
Somebody's
I
got to
mean,
slap the shit. I'll tell
Just gonna move
Ludo to
him
do
more.
it. Tell Ludo to go wake up the gnome.
It'll slap him.
We need Ludo.
Yeah, Ludo, we need a little shit. You want me to kill the boy? I need to kill the boy. That's fucked up.
Does he look particularly frightened by any of these women specifically?
Who the
Ludo.
Ludo?
He's back by the cart still.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. He's just
Yeah,
kind of hiding behind the cart,
A
freaked
little,
out by
little
it.
shit.
that's good.
Until the sleeper takes. Oh,
That's you understand how I'm reading it?
yeah.
Oh no. Without Spargle,
I mean, you know what I meta that with the table.
all is
but-
lost.
No,
All right, so
I didn't-
Spargle's snoring in the corner.
I was thinking
I'm moving
caster.
her over a little bit.
Cat
to
takes
her
damage. That's why I didn't mean to say that out.
No. I'm just saying like
If you're
somebody needs
sleeping-
to nudge you.
If you're sleeping, but if
Either
you take
damage
if
or
you
you're-
take damage,
Yeah, just kick him.
you're actually over there. Okay.
All right, so Oily Eyes, she looks over at the blue haired lady next to her, and she goes, "This ain't happening. Good luck, you guys. The coven's broken," and she disappears.
Oh, I should have put Hunter's mark on it.
Wait, Oily just took off?
Yep.
Coven's broken.
And then the one next to her, she sees her friend like sort of peace out there, and she is a little bit like freaked out. So she can't do that anymore.
We should put a mark on them so we know where they go.
I don't think I have anything like that.
I do have Hunter's.
She does the same thing.
Oh.
As her friend, she just disappears. All right. And then the woman who's behind you, the older lady who you guys have known all along, she's just kind of looking, and anyone's looking at her, she scowls and she goes, "You cowards!" But she's still standing there where she's at. And Ragnar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna turn and start heading towards her. Can I get to her?
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Real close.
Get within like 10 feet.
Yeah, if you got something with reach or
Yeah, you probably lean over real far.
Poke.
I'll take the crossbow out.
okay.
Nice.
I wanted to throw dirt in her face so she couldn't see, but if I'm 10 feet away, it's not going to do anything.
You have to be Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Right on the start.
Now you don't get an extra attack on your.
No, just one attack on this.
That's what that crossbow expert does. Well, let you reload, use your extra attack, and I didn't know that last time.
Yeah, I'm going to just shoot at her.
That's why I usually use my crossbow so much. Because I know I can.
24, does that hit?
Oh, what? Yep.
24.
Yes.
Okay. 8 damage.
All right.
Nice. You plinked her right in the kneecap.
Sticks her right in the right in the leg.
Ah. The young fuck.
Anything else?
Do I have the ability to put the crossbow away?
Yeah, you can store the weapon.
I'll
As-
store the crossbow and
Okay.
retake out my shield if that's possible. If not, that's cool too.
You do that like at the beginning of your next turn.
Got it.
Still feeling weak.
Oh, yes,
I am.
you get a save in a few seconds.
So I didn't get How often do I get a save?
When she does a thing,
Got it.
the one who or when yeah.
Because this is my third turn and I've only gotten one save.
You didn't roll last time?
I've done one Constitution save.
Oh, do another one. Then I missed it.
$24.
Yeah, that saves. And you do, yeah. So you don't feel weak anymore.
All right. Yeah. So wait a minute. Did we kill one of them?
They both
They both
vanished.
They disappeared.
Oh
And
yeah.
then they said the coven is broken.
So I turn around and I smell this old fart over here. And I get right in her face. Like my feral speed, just like I dive in, claw her. 26.
That's it.
So 7.
Now you
plus-
still have Crimson Right going and all that, and
Yes.
the whole thing. All right, just roll
Yeah.
all the damage.
Yeah, so 7 13 damage.
Okay, keep going.
Yep.
Roll, just keep rolling.
Natural 20.
Holy shit, you're bored.
Dude, you
D6
so
for me.
forever, man.
So
We'll never rolls like this.
10 13 19 damage.
nice. Jeez.
Wait, so have you been
That's
tallying it up?
so what's that?
I wasn't doing the math. You did 13 and then 19.
So this roll, I just rolled all my dice.
Okay.
I rolled 3d6 because I had 2 from the crit.
Yep.
And then 1 from my Crimson Right. So so yeah, I added 6 as my damage modifier. So I rolled 13, 19 damage.
19. Got it. Okay.
And then on my extra attack, 24 and 16 damage.
Jeez. You just went to
49 damage.
You just went to town, man.
Yeah, yeah, you really shredded her up. She's looking like less than half health.
Cool.
And
And,
she looks concerned at the damage she's taken, but she also looks. You get the sense that she's really concerned that her companions have just pieced out.
Got it.
She's sticking around. Huh? Run, dude.
Can I say anything to her?
Yeah, sure.
So I like hold my claw up to like under her chin and I'm like,
Yeah. Props.
you surrender? Or we gonna kill you?
When your claws go under her like that and you say that, she suddenly starts you see her face shimmer. See if I can get this. Yeah. And for a brief moment, instead of an old woman, you see like flashes of that.
The chick from Fifth Element?
My God.
You see it kind of like flashing. Sal, I'll put it in.
Like a Draenei?
I'll put it in
like a
Discord.
Draenei, right?
Are you in Discord? Yeah, I know you're in Discord.
And then he just goes in his stomach. and-
But she doesn't say anything. But she just looks a little bit like
like literally.
not in control.
We plus to like another general.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in D&D general.
Who goes after me?
Copy.
I think I do.
He's
Well, Larry,
fantastic in that.
So when she doesn't
His best
respond,
movie ever.
I turn to Alaric and I'm like, hey brother. I'm like all macho man all of a sudden in a southern accent.
You played a character though.
Yeah, I did. Why don't you finish this, brother? And I turn around to Lark and I say that.
So I am probably a little far away to get to her, but this is pretty cool. So I don't know if so I did it when I took damage the last time. I was able to re-roll my rage thing, my wild magic rage.
How far can you move?
So I did. Well, hear me out here. So I don't. Well, maybe
You
I
can
can.
move. You
Well,
can move.
either way, this
You're
is
40,
this
right?
is really cool because I re-rolled my rage because the thing I had before was not doing anything. I
Jeez.
I can teleport, so I basically have Misty Step right now as like a free action because as my rage.
Okay, that was.
So I'm
your
going to
rage
do
bonus.
that. So yeah, because I re-rolled it when I took the lightning damage, but I don't know if when that happened, I don't know if I needed to use it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. Hit it.
Okay, got it.
Because you can get there either way, so I'm not going to nickel and dime it. So you get there, but with like you're grunting, and then there's sort of just like
Yeah, you
like you,
almost
like, jump
so
forward.
let's assume that like Alark took all that lightning damage and it like really rattled him. And he kind of like got down on one knee and found himself again and found his like grasp with wild magic. And instead of like turning and just like mad spring to fight his target, he all of a sudden like he stayed on one knee and then disappeared and teleported right next to the target.
Dig
Oh
it.
my God, that's sick.
Nice, sick.
And then he still has a sword in his hand and he starts to go for attack again.
That's some Zeratul shit.
Do you appear like already swinging
I
your
like
sword?
that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I like that.
I love it.
I'm into it.
That's
I am also going to attack recklessly, having not liked the lightning damage that went through my body. It's like 30 something to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, I think
Was
it's
it a-
I think it's
was it
actually
a-
30.
It wasn't an.
It was 29. Sorry, 29. 11 and 19. So 6, 7, 13, 14, 16 damage. Then I'm going to attack again.
Oof.
13 to hit.
That one. Your first hit just rips through her, but the second one you just swing and miss.
Okay.
Maybe all the teleporting around like disoriented you.
Nice.
Make a perception check real quick too, since you're locked up with her.
Okay. Uh, 19.
19. You've seen her like disappear a couple times before. You see that she's sort of making the same sort of position, and she's getting into the same sort of motions again.
Oh, like I got it.
No. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So she is going to she looks at you and Deckard, or you and it's you and Deckard, right? And she starts muttering a spell. Stupid. So she starts muttering a spell, but it doesn't have any effect on either of you. And I'm not going to tell you what it was or anything, but all you know is she just started muttering something, but she's flashing in it like her old lady face, and that this demon creature that I showed you just keep kind of like flickering in and out. Like you're seeing it like flashes of a camera. She seems to not be able to focus on whatever she was trying to do, and it just fizzled. And the other two have not reappeared at this point. And Thoradin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on her. I'm gonna drop the Searing Smite because I can't reach her anyway. So 90 feet, well within range. Yeah, because I think I can always see something that has Hunter's Mark, right? Or my
Till the spell ends, and you have advantage. The target drops.
It's so funny how much we can inflate WoW with.
I think that's what I'm doing
You're
because
just doing extra damage and stuff on it, right?
yeah, it doesn't give me sight on it if it doesn't.
No, it's not like a tracking.
Quite. Oh, I do have remove curse. I had 2 pairs of gloves the whole time.
My hands are sweaty.
I love that scene how he looks at his hands like, oh yeah, here I have these.
Dear letter.
Dear letter.
So I'll do, but Misty Step, I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Then I'll Misty Step 30 feet. I can go to her. And I'm gonna put away layer. So
So are you keeping searing then?
yeah, because there's no point. So I'm gonna attack the 15, and then let you roll my shitty rolls tonight. Oh, okay, 18. I think that's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a hit. All right, nice.
What did you?
So I'm gonna use 2 charges of Divine Smite.
Not
I
bad.
remember those vigorous divine smites.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I use those all the time.
All of a sudden he did like 300 damage out of left field.
Yeah. If I'd crit, holy shit, yeah. Yeah.
You can expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 radiant damage to the target, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than the first. So I'm gonna do that.
Hit it. He decided to hit this old bag.
Good idea.
So I rolled an 18.
Okay, that hit her.
It's with talent, so it's gonna be 4d8 plus 4.
Holy shit.
He's
Yeah.
doing divine smite. With
I'm doing Divine Smite at 2nd level, so it's an extra 1d8. So it's a 3d8 total, plus my attack is 1d8 plus 4. So
You need more
Here.
time.
what did I say? 4d8?
Here's a D8.
I'll take all the d8s, please.
You one?
The combined powers of my group.
It's D8.
It's like
I should have.
Yeah, I
got it. Yeah, we're good.
Like Voltron.
7. Ooh, 6.
Well, that's some good numbers.
Yeah, 8.
Nice roll.
14, 21, 24.
Okay, you don't have to roll anymore. So when you take Talon and
It's
you,
glowing.
how are you stabbing her?
Through the heart.
You dig it right through the center of her chest.
Yeah.
And in this, where Talon goes in, a bright white glow starts to form and blast out. She arcs her head back, and that old woman visage just completely disappears, and you see what is a demon night hag face. And there, just white light starts bursting out of her eyes, ears, mouth, and just kind of just starts just explode. And then she just bursts into just a ball of white light as just viscera and her whatever material that made her all just falls to the ground, just completely exploded. Deep in the woods in different directions, you hear screaming. Two women screaming.
They must have died. They were probably linked. Because when you're in a coven, it's linked, right? Aren't you linked? Isn't
Oh
it
yeah,
like-
absolutely. It's like bound by blood.
I think they,
or they know.
Why
I
would
think
they
they get
run?
their cycles at the same time too, right?
Yeah.
That is part of the coven.
That is part of the coven.
I don't know.
It
So-
just makes things easier.
I don't know.
Maybe they thought if they said, well, the coven's broken, maybe they thought that broke the coven but like maybe it's like a blood ritual where like you can't just say it's
Maybe
over.
they're just sad that she's dead.
Maybe
I was gonna say
it's-
they may not be dead.
Oh,
they
they
may
give
just
a shit.
know.
Any light from anywhere else do we notice?
Make a perception check.
I'd like to do that. Thank you.
It sounded more like a.
8. So maybe I noticed nothing.
You're still blinded
The opposite
by the white light in front of you.
You're like a dyad in the forest.
It sounds like if you were like standing in a national park and someone way far away yelled and you just heard that faint yell. You know what I mean? So you can't make out even really what direction it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that perception roll.
Did I get any of the viscera on me?
Yeah, probably.
Probably right.
But they're dead. She's dead.
All right. I'd like to search for birds on the ground. Dead birds.
You don't see any dead birds.
Oh, really? Nothing around the ground?
Like, where are you looking?
I'd like to look around the perimeter.
Yeah, go make an investigation check.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No bird bones, huh?
No bird bones. We're
we
gonna-
go right to it. They're dead.
It
Don't
doesn't
search
matter.
for bones.
We don't recover and
Ooh.
talk about it and figure out if Deckard's not a werewolf.
18.
Like, where's the bird bones? Who's the bird?
You don't see any bones in this area. It seems like it's somewhat maintained
And no
picked
dead
up
birds.
and no dead birds here in the area that you looked at.
So okay. All right. That's pretty ironclad. I can't really fight that. All right. Cool.
You say there was bones on the
Deckard
other
starts to
floor?
like. Oh, sorry.
What's Sal?
No, I'm saying, didn't you say there were bones up there? Let's go
Yeah,
check
we're
the
gonna have
bones.
Yeah, we're gonna do a sweep. We're gonna.
They may have put them into a pie. They may have put them into a pie.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Deckard starts to like think of the Hulk turning back into Bruce Banner.
I'm not mad anymore.
It's getting real.
Sun's getting
Sun's
low.
getting
low. That's it.
Turn back.
Give me
into
my
Deckard.
night hang back here. She's
Well, we avenged Blackwood.
From inside the window.
Yeah,
There's a couple.
slaps them like saying, "The lady, stop, wake up, wake up."
Pies.
Yeah.
She's gone.
all right. What are you gonna do?
Um.
Are there any skulls around?
Where are you looking? I mean, you're just looking around. There's no skull.
Yeah, Deckard starts walking
What
towards
if she
the
fell?
Go in the
the
window.
tower.
We're gonna get.
Deckard goes in the tower.
Clark would definitely start walking.
All right,
So
You can move yourselves around. There's no enemies.
Do we
here.
want to get the kid? Just leave it in.
Leave him.
No, he doesn't matter right now. Leave him. Is anybody going to bring that up? The guy that was just the werewolf, is he going to bring that up? And the rest of us humanoids?
Yeah, there's a kid down there.
Oh, no, fair.
All right, so you Ludo is he's peeking out. He's like, is it safe now?
Aye, we killed those old wenches. They were making children into pies, and we saved you.
My parents were eating kid pies.
They certainly were, lad. Disgusting. Anyone who'd eat one of those pies is a monster.
No, I don't necessarily call them a
Let's go
monster.
find some pies.
Let's go now. Let's go fight some.
Ew.
Yeah, those are kid pies, my friend.
Well, thanks for saving me.
Hell yeah.
Are you my dad now?
No,
Ready,
lad.
baseball coach.
You can train you in the ways of the light.
Well, guess what?
Jordan is a squire now.
and I kind of stretch and I look around. I see lightning blasts here and there, and everyone's going.
Yeah. Wait. Who woke you up?
She kicked.
Wake up the ladies with the pies.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, it would have been nice if somebody would have woken up Sparkle like four. Okay.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for the hill.
Just so you know, the way that spell worked is she maintained concentration to have the black goopy eyes,
Yeah.
and she could have done more things with that.
Yeah.
When she cast sleep, it was a one. She didn't concentrate on sleep. It was a spell she cast, and it was a one-time spell, and you were sleeping until somebody wakes
Until
up.
I get
Damage.
woken.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Deckard goes to explore this windmill here.
Okay. So you look through the first floor, and do you remember what I described there? There's the first floor is got the it's got the tub It's got the barrel in the one corner that reeks. It's got a bunch of bones. It's got a crate full of toads. But that's about it.
Can Jennifer be the humanoid?
Make a medicine check.
Ooh. If we get one chunk of bone, we can bring it back.
They might have put you in a pie by now. That's the problem.
Yeah, but maybe if there's just one bone chunk.
Yeah, but maybe they left the bones out. This keep
Does it find the right-
Oh yeah.
16. They are children's bones, human. All. There are no adult bones in here.
Were you an adult?
Which makes you think maybe they put the adult bones somewhere else if they have them.
I thought maybe there were bones in there too.
There's no animal bones.
Kid bones. Oh, good. Ludo, they're all kid bones.
Are we sure they're kids and maybe not like dwarves or no?
After she shares that, I would
You
go to the
hear
second
a
floor and
voice.
start looking through the bones.
Yeah.
See if I can figure out if those
A
bones
child's
were-
voice saying, I don't want to
Adult
eat any
child.
more chicken.
You want me to kill the child?
And you hear another child's voice say, if you don't eat your chicken, you know what they're going to do.
There's chicken.
Deckard runs upstairs. He hears those
You
voices.
run upstairs?
Should we eat those kids? That's good.
Okay,
meat.
so on the second floor, you see what he saw through the window, and it's pretty empty. It's sort of the middle area where they operate the grinder. The windmill doesn't
There's a
work.
grinder.
The
Millstone.
the mill.
Windstone?
Isn't that what a mill does? Is grinds things.
Yeah.
But the wheel doesn't, or the fins, the fan, the
Yeah.
thing outside that the wind
Yeah.
catches, the turbine.
Turbine. There you go.
Why can't I
Yeah.
know the words?
Hey,
That doesn't
We
work
know.
because that's all dilapidated. So they were actually hand cranking this thing on that floor. But that's all you see here. And tons of powder from.
So there's grinding down bodies. And there's
But you-
bones? Are there any bones?
Yeah, there's some bones in this room too. They look like the same ones Juniper was looking at downstairs.
More kid bones.
yeah, probably kid bones.
And then, but you hear the voices from above you.
I go up further. I'm following these voices.
Or you can flip that.
This one?
The other one. Yeah. There's so yeah. So this is yeah, this is the third floor. Okay, so you see a rotting wooden closet with three crates stacked on one on top of another. And you see three really chubby kids in each of the crates and talking to each other. And one of them has a plate which looks like the smallest chicken you've ever seen, like a Cornish hen,
Yeah.
but even smaller.
Oh.
And then there's another, out of their view, there's like a counter that has a big blanket over it, or like a towel, and it's just, there's blood pouring off.
The kids wearing nice clothes or
No, I mean they're wearing Barovian commoner clothes.
Do I see the girl that left with the crone at the
No, these you see a girl, but it's not that girl Tess who you saw.
Then do they see me?
Yeah, they see you.
Are they
and-
caged?
Yeah,
No,
they're
okay, okay.
they're
They're
great.
all
And
locked
they
in
look at you.
cages.
They look at you, and they're looking at each other, like just kind of like in shock.
Hey there, little Phyllis. All boys? One girl?
2 boys and a girl.
Little how y'all doing? That's charisma, you know.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Hey, get out of here! We can't eat any more chicken. Myrtle keeps throwing up.
Chicken.
Yeah, those little black chickens that they keep serving us.
Oh, those are crows. Those aren't chickens.
Those are ravens.
Yeah, ravens.
Black oh no. Black chickens. There ain't no black chickens. It's alright though.
Ain't no black chicken. Not anything. That's bullshit.
we're here to help y'all get out of here. Y'all, what's been going on up here? What? And I start undoing their cages as I'm talking to them.
Yeah, they're crawling out and looking at each other, and they look like they can barely move. Like they've been like, you know, been cooped up, pun intended, for a while. I mean, they're like having a hard time even like sort of standing, but eventually they sort of like gain their composure. They kind of lean on you a little bit to try to, stand up. And the one who seems to be the most talkative, he's like, yeah, the old lady brought us here, and those mean ladies, they just keep poking us and stabbing us and stuff if we don't eat enough of our chickens, and then sometimes, then a new little skinny kid comes and they take somebody away and give them their cage.
Where do they take your friend away to? Do you know?
I don't know.
Do you hear any screaming or anything like that?
There's always screaming and cackling and laughing, and this place is awful. Can I go home?
Where are you from?
I'm from Valaki.
No, you can't go home. Your home's probably on fire.
You're probably on fire.
What do you mean?
Valaki is burned to the ground. Do you have parents there?
Yeah, I mean,
They might be dead.
they gave us to this lady to come work here.
Oh, all right. Well, they're probably
They
dead.
gave us to the lady. So you might have.
It's a good thing we did burn that place down.
That's what I'm saying. You might have just saved some kids some torment. Seriously.
True.
Here we thought
Um,
there was like an orphanage that you were burning, but no, they were just getting fattened up to be put into pies.
That's right.
Did him a favor.
See,
Didn't have to get eaten by a bunch of
all
Balaki.
right. Well, you all can head home now. Head back to Valaki.
Oh, there's
Bring
two.
a fire.
I'm sorry. There's two other things. Wait, hold on before you say that. There is a huge. There's a closet, and next to the closet is a huge heap of discarded clothing. And there's also I mean, like a massive heap. Like I'm talking big as this room.
Is it child-sized clothing?
Oh.
That sounds like good for me, right?
Yeah, this is it's not into a good well. I'd rather die anywhere else.
Me too.
Anywhere else.
And there is there's a ladder that goes up from here too.
You said there's like a closet?
It's just an empty closet though.
Oh, got it.
chickens.
Yeah. So you go over to the table,
Mm-hmm.
and if you pull back the cloth,
Yeah.
it's 100 dead ravens or raven carcasses,
Hmm.
all gutted of their meat,
Oh, really?
feathers, and
Is there any way to discern a chicken from a Nathaniel Swift chicken? Like they don't turn into back into a
We threw those notes out.
I don't know. I mean, you don't know,
yeah.
but that's a good question. If these are actual ravens, or if it was a were-raven, would they turn back into human form?
If I'm standing in that room and I summon my dark, what's it called?
Psychopathy,
Psychopathy, whatever it is.
psychopathy.
Just to get an idea of the darkness.
The darkness.
My dark my grim psychometry. When making an intelligence history check, to recall information about the sinister or tragic history of an object you're touching or the current location, you have advantage on the roll.
Oh wow, that's like
That couldn't apply better.
that's like
What do you
eerily
wanna- what do you
specific
wanna-
to this.
I
place.
Scry on.
I want to scry on. Trying to think without meditating this, just is there? Can I scry on the activities of what's happened here?
I think it
It's
needs
more so around
because
because
be a little more specific.
Yeah, I guess you probably need to pick like a table or a
It says
cage.
the location.
So it says about the sinister
Yeah,
or
it
tragic
really-
history of an object you're touching or your current location.
Yeah, he did that in the courtyard that time.
Yeah, okay. You want to kind of get a gauge on this whole windmill. Yes, you're standing
Yeah,
up here
like
now,
what's
just
happened
looking at
here.
the scene. Yeah, you can pull off that little No, up there on that's to me it's a spoiler that the name of this place, but you can take that off because
The punk.
Oh my
um.
God.
So
God.
so
But I got to make a history check. So
yeah, go ahead and make a history
Yeah.
check, and that'll tell us how much you learn.
History.
Wait, so you get advantage on that? Is that what that said?
Oh, do I get advantage? Well, I rolled a 17. Yeah, I have advantage. So that was a 17. 19.
19. So yeah, just standing there using that sense again, you see like a montage. It just makes you sick to your stomach of decades, if not longer, of this same process going on. You see, so you get the whole gist of the operation. But what disturbs you almost the most is that this coven that was running this operation doesn't seem to have ever cared about the money. It was almost, if it seems like throughout all these montages, they're just like glee and their pleasure that they get isn't even killing the kids. It is getting these people addicted to this thing to the point that they would give away their own children to have more.
That's really
And
psychotic.
that drives them over so many years and so many just families and kids and children and parents all just torn apart from this.
Need to burn this place down.
But it gives you a good.
Let's
It makes
get
you
this
feel
out
pretty good
first,
that
yeah.
you know now that you have taken out the head of this operation.
Got it.
Like taking out Bin Laden.
Mhm.
It's crazy to think back how little we actually knew. Like when we first came here.
Oh yeah.
We didn't really know what was going
Mm-mm. No.
Yeah, so you see Deckard just kind of go. You just see his, like, he almost goes pale. And he just goes and, like, kind of, like, puts his back against the wall and just kind of slides down it and, like, sits down. Like, kind of, just kind of distraught.
Emotionally drained.
on.
Yeah.
I mean, you again on the positive side, you knowing what happened with Valaki and everybody, all these refugees and everything that's going to happen, they would have just
Yeah.
they would have like played on this and it would have gotten way worse had you guys not stopped them at this point.
Got it. Oh. Yeah, so Deckard kind of dejected. Just sits on his ass on a wall. He looks pale, messed up.
I look for bones. I look for teeth.
Nothing. I mean,
Didn't,
other than what you've seen, you're not finding anything specific.
Didn't he say he saw in the window cages with fluttering on the other floor?
Oh yeah, on the floor below you, there was the cage that he saw with the fluttering. You guys didn't check that out.
I tell them I'm going to go check that cage out.
All right, so Ragnar, you go back down there, and in the corner there is a cage, and it's full of ravens, alive.
I'm going to call for Juniper. Come down.
The Juniper is halfway buried in this pile of clothing. And she's tossing out shirts and trousers and boots and all sorts of things. She's comes hopping out with like a shirt under her arm and looks over to see what he's yelling about.
Juniper, I need you to talk to some birds.
I love talking to birds. What do you want me to tell them?
So I'm going to walk over and open up the cage for these guys. Just ask them if they know what's going on around here and if any of them know the Mardikovs. Any of them are friends with the Were-Ravens. Stuff like that.
Let me see what all kind of things I can actually communicate. I think it's speak with small beasts.
Yeah, I think it's just like simple.
Yeah, I don't know if it's as a conversational as like Sparkle can with his familiar.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
But you can ask some basic sense back from him.
Sure. So Juniper would ask if they had been here for a very long time.
No, they've been captured recently.
How are they captured?
They I don't know if they can answer that
Okay.
completely.
Have they seen any were-ravens?
They say no, but they feel you get a sense of like optimism and excitement about where Raven, to the point that they like are sort of intertwined and supportive, and they look up to where Ravens maybe, or you know what I mean. They're like
Okay.
where Ravens are like something they hold as a high standard and try to help, but they haven't seen any.
All right. So Jennifer would turn to Ragnar and say, "Is there anything else you want to ask them? I don't really
See
have a
if
big vocabulary. They're just ravens."
see if they can fly to the vineyard and let them know that they should maybe send help or something.
Do we really want ravens here?
Well, just let them know what's been going on. Let them know that the hags were killing all these ravens. They might be friends.
Other people.
Hmm?
I don't know if ravens can talk to other people. I think they can only talk to other ravens.
But don't they? I think they can talk to the were-ravens at the vineyard, though.
Sure, I can ask. Can you talk to were-ravens?
You get that they can, or some level of communicating with them.
Sure.
So
So Jennifer would ask that they please, upon their release, inform
Let the Mardikovs know what's going on.
to alert the Mardikovs.
yeah, they start cawing like happily, and you know they're flooding out of the cage now and circling the room, and you get a great sense of gratitude.
Oh yeah.
As a small flock of them, there's probably about 20 of them. Kind of skirt out the window and do a little arky thing and head straight towards where the vineyard.
Nice.
Nice.
Love it.
Is there anything else in this room?
I'll cut to the chase, and you know, you guys search around, and it's a lot of the clothing. I mean, you get the scene, right? There's dead ravens. They've been feeding to kids. There's kids' bones. There's kids' clothes. You search the place pretty thoroughly. You find 6 pieces of jewelry, each worth 25 gold. So whoever wants to take those can take them.
Like
But
a
that's
jade frog.
that's a jade frog.
Necklaces or bracelets, they're
A little bit of each, like almost like costume jewelry kind of stuff.
it's time for Jennifer to be a pretty princess.
Just in time for the wedding.
Was there any jewelry you had on you or trinkets that we could look for?
So we pretty thoroughly searched the windmill, right?
Yep.
What about
No Blackwood bone?
outside the windmill?
Yeah. So you want to canvass the grounds?
Sure.
Yeah. So you find the megaliths again, right? You know where that is. Go ahead and make investigation checks. Whoever is helping look.
Oh, I'd love to.
I mean, you guys all can roll if you're.
Fucking
16.
9 for 13.
20.
19.
What am I rolling? What are we rolling for?
19. So
19, yeah.
Hey, finally got a natural one.
There you go.
all right. So Will gets lost in on the bottom floor and ends up sticking his head in a bucket of.
It's because he's still all shook up from all the information he gained.
Yeah, I'm all messed up.
But Alaric, you are looking around. You guys are looking at the megaliths. You're like canvassing the grounds, really pretty much everywhere where there's dead grass, and you find over one of the like little cliff kind of areas, tons of bones and dead bodies, but they're adult. It's like a mass grave, just things tossed in there.
Are we? So I like actual bodies I see. So
Yep.
it's not just decaying. Okay. Are we talking like 7 or 700?
Like a couple dozen.
Okay, so it's
Varying
bigger.
ages, everywhere from just like dried bones to recently dead.
Okay.
Didn't put adults in the pies. Is
So there were
Keep it tender.
Right.
It's like veal. It's like veal. Jesus Christ.
Well, I would like to look through the dead bodies. Or
Did you ever think
looking for my missing friend.
Did you ever think you'd say that sentence in your
Make-
life?
That's why we came. That's why we came here.
Make another investigation check. And are you doing this solo? Are you literally just picking up a body and going, not Blackman? Not
I mean, I would like to think that like this shouldn't be. I mean, it's not like he's been dead for 7 years. So
Right.
I'm trying to
It's
like
been 2 weeks, yeah.
But are you
analyze bones, but I mean,
Yeah. No, that's cool. If you're just doing that by yourself, go ahead
Yeah,
and
I'm
make
doing
an
it by
investigation check.
17.
17. You spend about 20 minutes,
17.
and you find a headless body that is wearing everything that you remember Blackwood having on when his head was crushed into the ground at the windmill.
Oh my god.
So I mean, is it like stacked? Like, is there something above it, or like did I?
Yeah, there were a couple other bodies on top of it. Looked like Valachians or Villager Barovians.
So if once I discover him, I would probably like pull his body out. I would look for his head.
Well, I think we know where his head is.
You didn't find his head.
Okay.
Do we know where's
Yeah, we found his head.
Remember we found his head.
Yeah.
Was that like real or was that
I
like
thought that was like a mirage.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't
Like, why would it-
then like
Not everybody saw
She didn't
that.
see it.
because she didn't know who he
Oh
was?
yeah.
At this point,
I was the one.
I
that
would
found
I
it.
would just start yelling for Deckard.
You found like the bust.
No, I found the head and I freaked out and I called the rest of you to come see it and he threw it. Somebody threw it out the window.
You threw it down off the balcony into the foyer, and it shattered, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, it was like stone.
Yeah, it wasn't real.
But-
Why was his head being Arkanvas?
But it looked like. I mean, it was his
Right.
head.
I think it was magic.
So he starts. You guys are all canvassing around, and you hadn't seen Alaric for a little while, and he starts screaming, "Deckard, Deckard, where?"
Oh my god, I'm like still searching around in like random meaningless corners of the.
Yeah, where was that from?
Yeah. How do I get out of this place?
So
That I've been.
I hear my name being called and I run towards Lark.
And when you get to me, I'm not saying anything anymore once I realize you're there. And I think I picture Alaric just kind of holding the corpse.
Oh shit,
And
man!
I look at
think
you.
you. I think you found Blackwood's dead body, man.
Think we did.
I'll be damned.
Juniper walks up and asks, "Oh, did you find an outfit that you liked?"
Everybody's looking for clothes.
No, but it was one of my friend's favorite outfits.
You notice he's wearing the ring, the skull ring.
Yes.
That was what gave it away. So you have you're holding. I mean, it's light because it's lost some weight the last week. But it's certainly, you're pretty sure it's his body.
Awesome.
Didn't
Oh, we
the
only
bishop
have a piece of it.
part of
Whoa,
the body?
might as well throw that in the cart.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Give it to
Carry
Ludo.
on.
Ludo, throw this in the back of the
We
wagon.
got a servant now.
Yeah.
was it drawn by horses? This cart?
No.
No, it was
It's a hand card, right?
it's the cart that's in that picture I gave you.
Oh,
Like,
that's
it's
actually
her
a
little
hand
it's her little pastry cart that she like carts around.
Yeah.
It's like
If
it's
we only
that's
need
the
a
other
piece
side.
So
If we only need a piece of it, we could just cut his hand.
That's
off.
fair.
We don't need the whole thing. Right? We're gonna lug around the whole fucking.
maybe it's better if we have as much as we can keep intact.
Probably.
Yeah, because maybe he'll make it. He'll make it like those mutant people if we have less of the body.
Is he gonna smell? Does it smell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should put him on salt or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's what I was thinking. We could like maybe get him away from us. And
Wrap the burlap over him.
just rot him out.
Deckard and all of his charisma is like, hey man, what happened to his head?
I couldn't find it. I looked for it. I don't know what happened.
Didn't they smash his head down on the
Oh, they
doorstep?
smashed it real good. Like a big watermelon, they smashed it.
Well,
We got the dress and we got the
I got a
corpse.
wedding dress in my pack here. And
Oh, can I see that? Your dress? Not the head.
Deckard kind of takes his
I
like
was gonna say you and Juniper are doing a little dress up thing here.
Deckard. Deckard looks at Sprago like, "You want the dress? Like, I'm in like a mass grave. Like, you want the dress like right now? Like,
Yeah, I want you to see. Let me see something. You said tattered. I want you to see. Take a look at it.
all right." So I take the. I'm pretty sure I have it. I looked at the
Yep.
D&D.
I think you did.
Yep.
You smashed it.
and I hold up the dress to you.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like it's been purposefully like slashed at multiple times,
I
vandalized.
think I can do this, and then I'm gonna. It might take a few attempts at it here. But I'm gonna do mending.
And it does take a few attempts, but it works. So you see Spargle casting a spell, cantrip, and each time he does, the material like reforms itself, and he kind of runs his fingers down each line. A little glow kind of comes as it stitches itself back together, and
Are we surprised by this?
he draws through the lines. I don't know. Are you
Do
surprised? Are you
that
surprised?
for his head.
It doesn't quite work the same.
Hey, Sparkle, does that work on Warlock Kids?
Give it a try. I'll go up to the the neck here or whatever, and I'll give it a shot.
His neck just starts to like grow itself over, and now it's not as disgusting.
Now it's a nub.
No, he's got a little like
Nub.
neck nub.
Like
Like when you take a leg off a Ninja Turtle and it's just that little nub in there.
it's a nub.
So now I'm holding a perfectly pristine
Yeah.
wedding dress.
Yep.
Like, damn, man. Well, I said exactly
There you
what I said. Does that work on Spark? Does that work on Blackwood's head? All right. Well, Deckard nicely folds it up and puts it in his pack.
I think we have what we need.
Well, yeah, we
Anybody
got a
want to
wedding
go back
dress.
to Valaki?
I think we probably should have.
No, we got to go to Kresk.
Yeah. Want some s'mores?
We may not be held in the highest regard in that city right now.
So those of you who are standing around the death pit over here with playing with dresses and pulling Blackwood's body up, look back and you see 3 or 4 kids now who are just staring at you all.
Oh yeah, the kids.
Completely lost as to what they should do.
Go have fun.
Yeah. All right. Glad we can save you.
Good luck.
What a day for them.
So,
Saved us.
Hey,
You guys
hey Dan, real quick,
wedding dresses.
what relation is the vineyard to Kresk on the way?
Do you think we should?
Like, could we hit the vineyard on the way to Kresk?
They're
Vineyard
in the
is
same
southwest.
direction. They're both west, but you'd
Yeah.
have to go south to the vineyard and kind of northwest to Kresk.
I'm wondering if we could drop the kids off.
Flavor at the winery.
We might have to bring these kids to Kresk.
That's not a bad idea.
Give them a home.
Yeah.
I mean, let's
Doesn't-
not take it back to the parents that sold them.
What-
Let's-
Yeah, the
right.
Kresk people don't sell their kids.
I know.
Probably charred up.
But you never know.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Maybe the
The winery
house
they'll,
would help
they'll take care of
take
them.
care of them.
Good idea.
They're decent
Maybe that's
folk.
where we head.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
they could
kids
go
look at you guys and they go, "You'll take us somewhere? We don't want to go back to our parents. They were awful. All they did was eat pies."
Yeah, we have much better place for you.
You'll be very safe with the chicken people allowed.
They look like relieved. Like you haven't seen Barovian kids look as happy as these ones look right now. Like the first sense of hope they've ever had in probably their lives. So you have defeated a night hag coven,
Yeah.
shut down the operation at the old bone grinder. You've saved multiple Valaki and Barovian kids, and you've retrieved your former companion's body. You've repaired the white wedding dress that you found from the burgomaster's mansion.
This is great.
All within the time frame that the abbot from the abbey at Kresk has said that he could resurrect up to 3 people for you, as if you were to return that wedding dress for you to him. So I'll assume you're heading to Kresk next session, and we'll wrap it up there.
Quick question before we wrap up. Remember when you said you were going to have us comb through the windmill?
Yeah.
Does that count? That ladder thing that you said goes to the top?
Oh, yeah. Let's say because it was pretty safe, you went up to the attic. and it was filled with old machinery and stuff. There really wasn't anything interesting there. It was sort of like literally an attic with their like spare parts and broken shit and stuff like that. So it wasn't
Okay.
anything. But yeah, good. Thanks for
Cool.
putting it.
Okay, before we leave, Juniper's gonna set the tower on fire.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
think
that
we would all
idea.
help
I like it.
Definitely. with
Sparkle will definitely help with
I'll
that.
help. I'll help.
Excellent. No, the kids are out.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
we know
That
this
actually
is helping
depresses
a lot.
Sparkle.
We know that.
Maybe 100% sure there's no one left.
Yeah, like we know that there's nobody left.
Hey, should we set all the dead bodies? Besides the one we're trying to.
Yeah, are there any dead bodies in this thing that we
We started an
recognize?
information business. Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, actually,
Since we're
not
getting
to nitpick, but like out of that, there wasn't anybody or anything else we would have recognized in that pile full of corpses, right?
I mean, are you looking for somebody specific or?
Irina.
yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of bodies in here. You guys want to spend a couple hours going through them all and seeing who you want to go through every body and look to see if it's someone you know.
I mean, I guess looking for
Maybe we
Irina.
should. Maybe we should. Maybe once we start setting the tower on fire, we all start to be like, hey,
Voice some
maybe we
bodies
should
into it
cross
after we
our
go.
T's and dot our I's.
Before we go into the thing, maybe
So
we
here,
ask
maybe I
questions.
throw this out there. Like Deckard actually climbs up. You said there's like a little pit that we're in, right? Like kind of off the side of a
Yep.
cliff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Deckard actually climbs up and looks for a spot that maybe we could camp for the night. Like off into the woods, or
Is this before or after you're burning the windmill down?
after we burn the windmill, and when they're all looking for bodies, Deckard starts looking for a camping spot while they're looking for bodies.
Okay.
To see if we recognize it.
All right. So you'll spend a few hours. You'll be spending the time looking, setting up the camp. I'm gonna make you do rolls and stuff for this. You kind of go through and excavate every body down to a reasonable level. Eventually, you get to the point where it's just piles of bones, and you're like, "Yeah, this is somebody that died years ago." Right? So you don't care. But you go through the fresher bodies, let's say, and you don't notice anyone else that you guys recognize. They mostly seem like Barovians. No one of import, not fancy clothing, all stripped down of any valuables. So not an ounce of jewelry or anything like that. But they're mostly middle-aged or even younger adult men and women.
Okay.
Cool. And then I don't know if we want to camp out. I mean, we all just fought some hags. Deckard's a little tired. He's transformed. He's had a traumatic experience witnessing what's happened in this tower.
If we do this, maybe
Do
we
we
should
have enough time?
away from the tower a little bit.
But that's what I mean. Now Deckard's off in the woods looking for.
Oh, you are. Okay.
We know the area pretty well.
Is the mist still on?
Now it's getting to be like middle of the day, and that mist is starting to kind of fade away.
Oh.
So it's not super misty.
But Deckard is trying to set up a pretty decent camp.
By the windmill.
Yeah, like I mean, if this is the windmill, yeah, somewhere nearby. You know, if this is a big cliff, right? This is all cliff, right?
I think that's where we came
No,
from.
that it's not. This map is stupid.
But we're
That-
high up.
Well, you're high up, and
Yeah.
it kind of drops down, but that goes down into the forest. That
Got
goes
it.
back to Valaki.
So yeah,
You
probably
came up through.
probably back in the forest that we
Kind of where you
from.
came up. Yeah, that's cool.
Deckard's back in there.
I'll do my hut
You
again
know.
too. Make it like
Yeah, that's a sweet spot. Basically, it's like an impenetrable force dome that goes all the way around your little camp.
That's awesome.
Perfect. So that's where we'll be. You
So
guys
we
are
want to do like a long rest.
kind of back to where you camped the night before, and
Yeah.
you get your long rest. Although it's kind of midday right now, so you're taking an afternoon nap, but that's
We're probably exhausted.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just battled. We just searched through bodies for hours and fought
We're
some
emotional.
hags.
Yeah, it's probably you're right. It's probably closer to evening dinner time.
And his body's just in the wagon, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna study.
Oh, did we grab the
Somebody
wagon?
does.
Was the wagon with us?
Yeah, I guess we got
Yeah, let's
Luna.
look into that. How that did. I think you need to
And all the kids and the kids. Yeah, little-
Do you?
Where are they?
Yeah, but
Stay in the wagon with
but
the
I'll
body.
get a list of what all.
Keep the windows open, lad. It might smell a little.
It's pretty big.
Get in there,
house
sit
up
next
there.
to
I
it.
hope it
Dead
is.
buddy.
My dead friend. The canvas bag doesn't completely cover him, so like his legs are sticking out.
Should have seen if we could have weekend at Bernie's to him down the road.
We can black
Kinda
Little fake
head
head on him.
that
Make,
go.
make a little Wilson volleyball head out of him.
All right.
Nicely done,
Yeah.
guys. You guys had that was a rough fight. If you guys
Those
wouldn't
things are-
have bailed on that fight when Blackwind died, that would have been a TPK
Yeah.
for sure.
See?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were level
You guys
10.
are level 10. You guys are really bad.
Well, I mean, that fight, we've got 2 more people now, and we're level 10.